All right, guys, welcome back to the Imaxit football channel. I'm your host JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a avid fan of the channel, keep on doing that great work by sharing the contents far and wide. We really and truly appreciate it. So, anyways, as you can see by the title, we will be doing transfers, potential move for Reggae Boys, and then after we will be looking into the Concacaf U17 teams. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the Reggae Boys, but at the same time, still look at some of the teams that we talked about that kept doing great things. All right, so that's how we're going to be setting up the show today. Big up yourself, Siobhan Peart. Massive respect, thanks for being here. So let me just start with the transfers ASAP. We're going to put a smaller screen here for the temporary time. Yes, so and we're going to be keeping the players right here and then give you the information on them. All right, so we have Junior Flemings. Junior Flemings, the it's a potential move for him. Obviously, it's deadline day, so it's a potential move for him to drop down in League Two. So it says here, Junior Flemings never used this season. Swedish goalkeeper Isaac Patterson and Jamaican striker, both of them in the picture, should leave Toulouse. All right, and they have stated that a potential loan move to the second division is in the works. As soon as it's completed, we will let you know. All right, but that's what they said. So for Junior Flemings, it's a potential move for him. It's not completed as yet, but we are still waiting to see if that's a good one. I will give you the club right here because I have them on two pages. Yes, because they sent out a lot of articles on Junior Flemings. All right, yes, and I can't pronounce these names, so I will just drop the name in the chat. All right. And then we will look at what the club doing and all sorts of things. All right. Yes, I am not the best French speaker, so I'm not going to act like I'm the best French speaker. All right. Yes, so we will get it soon for you. Don't worry yourself. Yes, so Junior Flemings, be honest, it's good for him, because I thought he left he left to France in a time when the team was on the brink of going up to League One, right? And obviously they had a few personnels. Um, that they were turning over with, and then they brought in two more individuals that turned out to be better players in its totality. And those guys never had any hiccup. They started off brilliant and just push it instant. So he never had any chance to really help himself, to be honest. So it's a tough spot for Junior Fleming. So a move, to be honest, would be the best thing for him, and that is beautiful. That is beautiful. The fact that they actually want to send him out, yes, and himself willing to challenge himself there still, because most people would say go straight back to the MLS, yeah, the USL, I should say, and he looks like he's up for that move to go stay in league in France. So that's not bad, because that showcase that maybe in the future he can bounce back to come back up to League One, which I think Toulouse will stay in League One because they're performing good and they do have talented players. So what I have to ask you guys: do you see him stay and go making it back to Toulouse? In your opinion, because obviously if they have stayed up, they want to improve themselves after staying up. So what say you? Let me know. Do you see him making it, breaking into the Toulouse team at any point? I am still trying to get the name up for the team to give you guys. All right. Do you see him breaking into the Toulouse team at any point? So because remember, you have to look at for the long term. You can't just look at emergency loan. You have to look at the long term to say if okay, you perform well in League Two. Are you seeing them picking him back for the team? Yes, that is my question there. So maybe he still need to look into this. Take the loan right now, but look into it deeper. Look into it deeper for me, because they have Dillinger coming back playing good. They have Raphael playing good, and Ely is not even there as yet. So he's still an injury. So they have like four solid players playing well, and they're young. So I don't know what to say still, but I still think it is good for him to get a move. I just want to make sure he has his career path structured, because I think it arms a lot of Jamaican players when they don't structure their career the proper way and cause as much problems for themselves. All right, Dark Beska, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Joseph Brown, big up, big up, big up, massive respect, man. Thanks very much, man. Guys, as you come in, make sure to smash that like button, share and subscribe. Jamaican football highlight, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Only Dixon, thanks very much. Then Giovanni, big up, big up, big up, and then Kevin says, bless up. All right. And Kareem says, no, he does not see Junior Flemings breaking through. All right. So that simply means maybe he has to impress there. And if he could impress and keep the player, keep the team in the league, that he could build a home there for himself, and then maybe in the future someone would see him. But that is the path that he has to take at this point, because it's going to be tough for him. All right, 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to pull it up here. All right. So and then no, we have some other news. Hector. Hector is the one that I've always talked about. I truly believe that most of the Jamaican personnel, they never really treated him well, in terms of the way they do rate him, and I think he's a better footballer than what they have actually said. And I thought he did better for Jamaica than what people actually gave him credit for. All right. Yes. So Michael Hector, this one is much clearer. I will get to the Junior Flemings one right after. Michael Hector, he was scouted a few days ago for Sheffield United. On a trial. Yeah, that's what they're saying. They let him. They like it they gave him a processing time, but it looked like others were actually in for him as well. Because instead of him signing for Sheffield, he turns around and signed for Charlton. Charlton at this point. Charlton at this point. So it's surprising, because it looked like he would have signed for Sheffield, but ended up signing for Charlton at this point. So I still believe that I don't know what I truly feel about that move at this point. Knowing that he has good qualities, I don't know if it's a step down for him. Let me know what say you guys on that. Let me pull up their records just to show you on the screen. So Charlton Athletic, let me show you. They're in the League One at this point, and I'm trying to get their position for you. Yeah, so let me know. Obviously, he was not at a club, so anything for you most would say anything is better. But obviously, you had options. You had options. All right, you had options. So I'm just talking on behalf of the options. All right. So Charlton is 15th in League One. All right. All right. It looks like they need some additional pieces to go up the table, because they're on what? They're on 34 points, and you have to get it up to 6th spot at this point. And 6th spot Barnsley is on 43 points. So I do believe that's a big stretch. All right, 34 to 43. And they have played 25 games, and Sheffield have already played 27. So they have a rough ride. So you have to just go there and try and fight as hard as possible. It's an okay move. It's an okay move. So maybe you can go there and impress and get up back to fitness, and then look somewhere else to go after that, just to get at least the best out of your prime years. Because I do believe he's a quality player, more than most show him respect. All right. If Junior Flemings can help get the League Two team out of relegation, that could help his career 1,000%. I agree with that. But I was just trying to look at other things, because you don't want, remember, it's a loan, it's a loan. So I never wanted him to 1 second, guys. I'm just sharing the video. Yes. Golden Boy joining West Brom. We're going to talk about that as well. Remember, we have all of the things in the title. We wanted to go through it team by team, just to make sure. All right. Yeah, because we don't want to not give anyone their credit. But guys, as you come in, make sure to smash the like button, man. We have what 30 ad here already. Yeah, man, just smash the like button and let we have that conversation. I don't know how long this video is going to take, but we are trying to go through it. All right. So hope you just bear with us. All right. Yes, let me share this because these dudes in this thing getting on my nerves, man. All right. All right, so hopefully that shares. All right, that is good now, guys. Golden Boy joining. All right, Charlton are struggling. They are in a comfortable position, so it's a good start. That's what I would say. I would not say they are struggling, but they have a few players who can play for Jamaica. All right, Charlton focusing on cut price deals, like this. The majority of their starting 11 are young players being developed for sale. Okay, okay, fair enough. So maybe he's there for more than one reason. He's there for more than one reason, guys. He's there for um 1 second. Let me try and just share the screen because it looks like I've pressed the wrong thing. Let me try share this screen. All right, good. That's better. Um he's there for more than one reason, guys. Maybe he's there to mentor some of the young players, and because that is important as well. A man factor a lot of things in when they're trying to buy players. So Hector, he looks like that type of dude that comes in and make sure the dressing room. I try his best to leave an impact, a proper impact on the dressing room. It seems like that type of person for me. So hopefully that's the situation. So he was scouted by Sheffield and should have gone there. It looks like they had something on the table, and then Charlton came in and just made him a deal. It looks like Sheffield never they were not in any ease to give him that deal based on the article that I saw here. Maybe they wanted him to come back a next time, and it might just cost them because Charlton literally never waited on the next time because Charlton felt like, oh yes, this guy can do something for my club right now, so let's go in for him. You understand me? Yes, and that's the situation for Michael Hector. All right, so we have our boy now, Omari Hutchinson. Obviously, he has not represented Jamaica in the caps term, but he had played an international friendly for us, all right, and hopefully he could play for Jamaica, all right. So obviously, the situation with Chelsea trying to buy every single human being on planet Earth. Once it's related to football, they will buy you, and you show some promise, they will definitely come and buy you. So that's Chelsea's style now. So because of the troublesome position that they're actually in, no, they have brought in a plethora of personnels to come in and stop the gap. I don't know if it's going to work out for them. Are they going to be ending up in some financial problems soon? I do believe that it's only financial fair play rule can stop them. I don't think they're going to be ended up in any financial problems anytime soon because they have been blessed with owners that have incredible amount of capital. So that's not a problem. But anyways, based on the fact that they have brought in a good amount of signings, Omar Hutchinson's little situation going with Mr. Potter got dwindled, big time dwindled. All right, let me use the right word, dwindled. All right, it dwindled away, and now he has to look elsewhere because he has done very much well in the Prem 2. Clearly, he looks like he's a little bit above the Prem 2 at this moment. So definitely, he needed to go elsewhere, and this is one of the places that it looks like he's bound to go. All right, should be completed. This is the last hour statement. West Ham scrambling to get deal done for Chelsea's youngster Omari Hutchinson. West Brom are trying to get a late loan deal done for Chelsea youngster Omari Hutchinson as they seek cover for injured winger Matty Phillips. All right, so clearly they're telling you that space is there for him because an injured player. All right, and obviously he has the quality to fit in the championship already. Phillips has been in fine form for the Baggies since Carlos Carbiran arrived at the Artons. but could be out for the rest of the season after having surgery and a quad muscle injury. Oh, wow. So that player would be out for the rest of the season. So that's a perfect position for Hutchinson to find himself in. Go in, do impress, and everything is at your feet at this point. All right. Neither Grady, Dian Ghana, nor Carlan Grant have overly impressed for Albion on the left flank. And Corberan wants more options as Albion chases a playoff place. Hutchinson 19 has one cap for Jamaica, as what I've said, and has played twice for Chelsea's first team and is on Albion's radar according to reports. All right, so this has not been finalized either. So the Flemings deal has not been finalized. This one has not been finalized. Only so far, it's the Michael Hector deal was actually finalized. And if he left it up to Sheffield, it would have not been finalized, to be honest. All right, yes. So let we continue right here. All right. But they have okay. All right. Fair enough. Up, Mr. J. Saguna. Hope all is well with you. Gilly Gunner. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect, man. Everyone, thanks for being here. Bless up JD and the Imaxit family. Yes. Deshaun Bernard. Yes, we are going to talk about some of the other guys, and because we talked about people impressing right around. All right. Sheffield thought nobody else wanted him. And it backfired. Yes. Because the 5 hours ago, that was the first article came out that he's on Sheffield's radar, and Sheffield like told him that okay, we will have 2 more sessions or whatever, and then that's it. Yes. Up Martin Baker, thanks for being here. It was all down to finance with Sheffield Wednesday. Well, they talked like they wanted him, so I don't know. That's not down to finance. You talk like you wanted to get him, and you told him that he needs to come back a few more times. Akeem, big of yourself. Thanks. Thomas, I should say Thomas. Don't walk alone late at night. Chelsea might just buy you. Yes, man. I can't understand. Oh, FIFA fair play rule can't be activated, and they had some little stringent clause that this determine how it goes, and these guys just keep on just buying people, and we don't understand how are they buying people and getting away with it. You understand me? FFP no count for Chelsea for years now, for years. But it's all right. It's all right. Let them continue. Man, them holding Enzo Fernandez hostage as we speak. Yes, man. I don't know. Big up, Martin, man. Thanks very much for being here. Good Lord, man. All right, let me continue. Let me maximize this for a bit, because we're out of the rabbit hole. At this point, let me get this up so we can get all the necessary information right here for you. I'm trying to get it up. 1 second, guys. I have to have my stat sheet right here for you. So, all right. So, guys, we have 18 minutes, and we don't have we have not hit 50 likes, so we have 50 people here. What it does, it helps people to come to the show very early, so we can get out of your face very early as well. So, as you come in, just make sure you have that attitude of always hitting the like button, ask away a question, and then we move on. All right. So, get the likes up. So, it 50 or 100,000 very fast, and leave your thoughts in the comment section once you do return on the rewatch. All right. On my way to training now, I will watch the delay stream. Thank you very much, Richard Cookman, and let me know what you think. All right, JD, what the quality of the league Fleming going to? We're going to get the information, because they said it was not completed. All right, so that's why I never really said anything. I had the article here, but it was not completed. So let me type it in, because by every hour something comes up. All right, this is good. So let me click this right here. All right, so this is good for this is the accept. All right, so let me put it up right here. And let me translate it. English, yes, that's good, because I ain't speaking any French. All right, Jesus, God. Even the conversion is not the best. All right, let me pull up this, guys, for you. For Mr. Flemmings, thus I can put it on the screen for you. 1 second. All right, so that's good now. So this is for Mr. Flemmings now. Let me pull it up, maximize it for you. All right, Flemmings. As you can see right here, League Two junior Flemmings Toulouse arrives on loan to Chamois. I can't pronounce the last name, the last one, because obviously it's in French. So even if you're going to pronounce it in English, it's going to come off wrong. All right. Yes. So Chamois, I think the first name, but that's it. All right. Yes. And we are going to type in their name right here to let you know where they are and what type of problems they do have at this point. All right. Let me just go through the article for you first. All right. They said in the last hours of the winter transfer window, the Chamois should the Chamois, obviously it's a translation, so sometimes it does not come off the same unless the situation turned around. So they said Chamois should sign Junior Flemings unless the situation turn around. Register the arrival on loan of Junior Flemings, a Jamaican winger belonging to Toulouse League One. All right, anxious to strengthen an offensive sector in great difficulty. Apart from Bilal, the Chamois should record, okay, on this evening of Tuesday, January 31st, the arrival of loan Junior Flemings. All right, so yeah, it's kind of confusing, guys, because of that's why I don't like the translation. I like to just get it straight from the English side. The 27-year-old Jamaican winger international more than 25 times, played international games more than 25 times, has only appeared 3 times with Toulouse since joining the club in January 2022, and has spent most of his career in the USL Championship, which we know that already. So that is the club, guys, at this point. I don't and it's not 100% confirmed as yet. They said unless something goes incredible wrong, that's the only way he will not join them. So we are going to put in their name at this point just to get more about the team, and then we can talk about it. All right, so we know exactly where they are. All right, so that's good. They're up on the screen already, so let me just get it right here for you. All right, so this is the team. All right, this is the team. League Two, as you can see right there, and Bilal, he has the highest rating, as what they have said in the article. Obviously, the article, yeah. And let me get the position for them. All right, so the position they are actually playing now. They are at the bottom of the table, guys. All right, they are at the bottom of the table. They are at the bottom of the table. They are at the bottom of the table. So it's not looking good, but obviously they are at the bottom of the table. But it's just 3 points to take them out of the relegation zones. Because as you can see, 4 teams in the red there. So 3 points would put them on 20. So they need 4 points to come out of the relegation zone at this point. All right. So they are not done and dusted. They are still alive and well. It's just a little bit more difficult. So they would need a winger or a striker to provide them with some goals. Yes. Because it's not looking well for them, as you can see right here. 20 matches, scored 17, conceded 32, assists, 7 assists. All right. So you can do the maths for yourself. That is pretty much a little bit under 2. You get me? So you're conceding 2 times as how you score. You get me? Almost. All right. Yes. So it's not looking good for them, but at the end of the day, you still can go there. Yes. My God. Let me see where this team is that they're losing to. All right. So. All right, EMI. Okay, this is in 6th spot, so they are definitely one of the better teams. Right there. Okay, so we clearly saw that. No, they have a plus 4 goal difference. So yeah, they are definitely one of the better teams. Yes, so far. But as you see, you guys ask for Magee to go to a step, make a step down because they can't get game at the first team. I think it doesn't matter where he goes, just get some game time so they can docket it for him, and you never may know where it would end up. Remember, you're a lone player, so if you can come in and actually impress, it doesn't matter where they do finish, if you can impress, and improve their status, in the actual league, I think that would be okay enough. All right. So let me know. Bless up. Bessas documentary. Massive respect. It is better than the USL and the MLS. Or is it better than the USL and the MLS? I am not 100% sure. The MLS. We should not disrespect the MLS. We should not disrespect the MLS so much. I am not sure if it's better than MLS. League Two. I am not sure if it's outright better than the MLS. I think the top half of the MLS teams could actually do a good job in this league. Yeah. Yeah, the MLS physical style would cause a problem in France. Yeah, and I think some of the teams have quality to compete. Yeah, so I don't necessarily think it's better than the MLS. I don't necessarily think it's better than the MLS. My club just rich. Okay. D Moore wanted Hector, but the club is not stable financially. Okay, okay. Right. Yes, but I don't care, Jason. I don't care, bro. I don't care. If you want to pronounce the name, you come on and pronounce the name. All right. I am not in any desperation. All right. The next regulation fight, as if he speaks French. Man. Google Jason name. Yes. They need help. Flemo might get a run. Yes. Of course, he's gonna get a run. If he don't have anybody else doing anything, he can't be worse than that man. But who knows? JD, big up. Massive respect for Michael Thomas, man. How you doing, man? Hope all is well. All right. So big deal in the building now. Big up yourself, big deal. How you doing, man? Massive respect, man. All right. Omari Hutchinson, Jamaica first. Okay, all right. Yo, JD, you need to get the thing because it said the stream was starting 4:30. Well, tell you what, man's just start the stream whenever man's wanting, man, and man's just do our time because it's early. The earlier I do start, the earlier I can get to go to my bed. Yes. So I can't bother with the 2, 3 o'clock thing with you guys every single day. It's not going to work. You get me? Man's not bleaching. Yes. I'm losing sleep when I do come here and I don't see me getting 50,000 likes on the damn videos. So, in the world, I should be bleaching every night. I can't bleach every night, guys. You guys are not showing me enough respect. See, I'm here for 28 minutes. I've not hit 100 likes, and more than 100 people view the video. So, and we have not gotten 100 likes. PSV did want Omari Hutchinson. All right, yes, but big deal. We don't care who want him. It's just where he's damn going. Big deal. You love hype up things too much, We just want the youth play football. League Two better than MLS, USL, but MLS and League Two is close. Okay, well, yes, for me, I think MLS it ain't better than no MLS. I watch League Two and it's okay, it's okay. All right, yes. So, anyways, now we have Tariq Magee, the last one of the personnels that you would have considered in trouble position, obviously because most Jamaicans want him to play and stuff. Let me type it in here, Magee. So Tariq Magee, as you can see here, is his contract ends at year's end. Yes, year's end his contract ends, and as you know, the most games he got for the club itself in his entire career here would be considered this year, and they're not doing good. They're very poor in the Belgian league. Yes. And he's still not getting any game time. So clearly, based on what I saw, yeah, and this is the problem in the future. I don't think we should go to feeder clubs, feeder clubs, yeah, because that can cause a problem because they need things to feed. They need to feed people quality, and they need to get in more quality. So sometimes if you don't catch on fast enough coming from like a la Jamaica, which is different climate, different culture, different everything, it's harder for you to fit in. That can pose problems from time to time for you. And then that means 2 or 3 sets of other Africans or Netherlands personnel that can't cut it instant in the Eredivisie are the Keukenkampioen. Uh, Yes, that's Division 2 in Netherlands. They will switch over to Belgium because Belgium is a little bit lower, and do come over here and flood it. And they have already acclimatized because it's their condition, so they can fit in very very fast. That's the same thing that happened to Junior Flemmings over Toulouse, because it's a guy from Netherlands took his game and he plays for Morocco as well. So you get what I'm saying. So in the future, the agents need to look out better. The agents them need to look out better. 1,000%. They need to look out better for these kids, because they will get into positions and then waste most of their careers because they sign bad deals. Yes. Because remember, if you're going to release him, you have to pay him off the rest of his money. So what you always try to do, you just run out their contracts, because if in life, better you make someone work for their money rather than you pay them off and make them a free agent. Because if nobody else wants you, it's just better you pay them off. You make them work it out rather you pay them off, because they could have just pay him off this rest of the contract and he becomes a free agent. No. You get me? But no one sees it fit to take him off their hands instant, because I've not seen any reports of him going anywhere. You get me? And that is the biggest problem. Not even loan moves, because it's just tough. So let's see what's up with Magee in the future. But I think he has to stay out the rest of his contract, due to the fact that people ain't want to pay off anybody any extra money. You pay you have set a wage, you just run it out, and the money just run out. That's it. Straight up. That's the Gilligana. That's it with Magee. I think I can't explain it no other way. Jason Google. No, you're not well versed. I don't know if you're versed, because I'm not talking to you. You are literally in the chat, so you can say anything you're saying. That doesn't mean you're saying it physically. You might just type in something and pronounce it. Big up yourself, Tennessee. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. At Chelsea, turn it down, cause them woulda lose him. Okay, okay, but I understand. That means they have I hopes for the player. That's why they don't want to sell the player. You get me? Because they believe that the player can go in the championship, spin it around, and kick up his market value to 10, 15 million. So if they don't want to use him, they can sell him for 15 million next year. So it's a money thing at the same time. They're spending money. So that makes perfect sense. I would not sell him to PSV for now, you know. Yes, I would not do so either. Big up yourself, DJ Geeks. Thanks for being here. Then DJ DNA Football. How you doing, man? Massive respect, man. We are here. We are here. Castupen brought in 3 players on loan, and they are still hovering over the relegation zone. Yes, yes, yes. But maybe remember, bringing in players on loan, obviously you want him to perform as well. But remember, maybe a potential buying clause on it as well. So a lot of things they're doing. Some of these clubs tied up in so much things, and I think the agents need to do more work before you send the players them at these locations, because it's definitely tough to crack through these locations, man. Definitely tough, man. So Magee ain't going anywhere, at least to our knowledge, unless someone just write it up instant at the last point that we don't know anything. Yes. So he will be staying there. So hopefully he gets a game, because they're already in the relegation zone. So hopefully he gets a game right there. All right. So and then no performers, because clearly Magee ain't performing because he ain't getting any game. So a person now, I would say that could take Magee's place. I would say it would have been KC Palmer. KC Palmer changed over his career and went to Coventry, and obviously he started off not on the best foot, but definitely he kicks on at this point. He's playing good. Obviously, from time to time, you're going to have the occasional bad game, because that's how it is, you know. But KC Palmer, man, I always wanted him to play for Jamaica, real games, just as how people rate Magee. I think if they truly see this kid play, I think they would have realized, because I've already said early on that if I'm going to pick him or Magee, would have always been him. But both of them have the same deficiencies, like the tracking back and be more defensive. All of them have that similar problem. But I think he will have a little bit more defensive than Magee, and he has much more energy than Magee as well. You get me? His passing range is good, just the same, if not better than Magee. But for some reason, I don't know what we're using to evaluate these players. You get me? Yeah, I don't know what we're using to evaluate the player. When I'm watching him, I'm saying, oh, can people tell me that this man ain't better than Magee? Because that was a competition at one point, because that's how people are. They came in our chat, and obviously at the time when we were talking about these players, they always bring someone to match. And Magee is a favorite from our channel, so it's not we're not trying to just put people together. No, we're just trying to explain something to you. But this kid, he's on a good tier, and I think if anyone will go out there and get looked at, he should be one of those guys getting looked at. So as you can see, 24 matches played so far, started 14 minutes per game, 56. So it's getting better. So let's see if we can see that 56 kind of go up. So the coach has much more trust in him. 3 goals, scoring frequency 452, which is okay. He's a midfielder. Big chances missed 3, goal conversion 10%. All right, he's still a midfielder, so that's okay. Goals from from inside the box 3 out of 17. Goals from outside the box 0 out of 14. So those are the chances. Eddie goals 1, penalty 1. Right foot 2 goals from his right foot, 0 from his left foot. 2 assists so far. So 5 direct goal contributions there. All right. Big chance created 6. All right. Yes, and the touches would be 34.3, and obviously you can go on his accuracy in each half, in his own half and also in the opponent's half. But that these stats, in his own half and in opponent's half, it kind of helps with your team's strength. Because if a team is one of the teams that maybe mid-table or top of a league, you kind of get more time on the ball because clearly you have better players, to be honest. That is, so sometimes these stats might look good when they're at their club, but when you're coming again in Jamaica, and Jamaica ain't the 1, 2, or 3, majority of those teams that Jamaica plays again press them and it sits back. So if you don't see his passing the same as what you saw in England, you're saying, oh, is it he can't play, he can't acclimatize? No, some of the time they are they're fitting into the culture, they're fitting into the competition. But we just expect the same thing from the guys them coming directly from their club, and it can't always happen because a lot of things factored in to get things done. All right, and it starts with the strength of the teams. All right, because look, if you're playing for Liverpool and Manchester City, not Liverpool, no, that's not a good example, but Manchester City and to some extent Arsenal. To some extent, Arsenal. No disrespect to Arsenal fans, but Manchester City, they press you back and press and take the ball from you. So any team playing against them, you're not going to see them having so much accurate passes in the attacking third. They're going to have more accurate passes in their own third, but not even so much. They're going to have less on the ball. You get me? So that's the difference. So what I'm trying to say, Jamaica ain't one of the top teams then. So when you have a Canada now coming up against Jamaica, Mexico, or United States, those are 3 teams out of the top 8 already. All right, and the pressing style of El Salvador and Honduras, those are 5 teams, and to some extent, even Panama caused that problem. And when they press us, you understand me? So that's 6 teams that will press us and cause problems. 6 teams, guys, 6. So you can't use that to judge the player them to say that they have not fit in properly. So that's why I've said all of that to say that. Let me know if you agree or disagree. You get me? Casey Palmer played well. The one time I saw him play for versus America, yes, but I think he should be one that we go back in for. Maggie don't have the physical dimension, but other players don't have it, so we can't always look at a next excuse and a next excuse. They need to have, they are professional players, so you have to have what's required to get the job done. You know, you have to have what's required to get the job done. If you say you're playing somewhere, you have to have it to get to get the job done. Period. All right. Ugh. Jorginho signed for Arsenal. Yes, he did. What, 12 million? Yes, that's definitely a good move for him. A very good move. All right. So he's one that I would put on my list to come here. Hutchinson would be the next one, and Lambakisa. Those would be the three that I would focus on to give a cap this time around. You know? Yes. The others I wouldn't even rush. Maybe the defensive central or a box to box. I would definitely get if we can get in. Some people said Russell. Maybe I would do that, but yeah. But I wouldn't pressure anything else, you know, because I don't see so much people performing that eye level for me to be rushing down everybody to bring in at once, you know. Yeah. All right. Big up yourself, Drea. Casey Palmer is a good player. Triple E, big up yourself, man. Massive respect. Thanks very much for being here. As you come in, make sure to hit the like button, share and subscribe. All right, yeah, man. Sean Bass, big up yourself. I would really want JFF to try and get Morgan Gibbs White. Those I think we have to just keep focusing on the persons them that we already have set them in. So Hutchinson, KC Palm and those guys already came in, so we just make sure we set them in and just do our thing. That's all, you know, and then try to talk other persons to come in and play. You get me? Yes, that's what I think. Still, maybe I'm wrong, but we have to just make sure we get shorty. Make sure we get shorty before anything else, because the unshorty thing sometimes will come off wrong in the end. All right, yes. So that's why I don't rush it. All right, yeah, man. Greetings. Guys like Tariq Magee, Peter Lee Vassell, Alex Marshall, Jordan Fletcher are local legends in Jamaica football. Yes, they are, and they should be credit because that was the level that football in Jamaica at that time. But no, I think the football, at least I would say at the academy level, is definitely improving. It's definitely improving. So for me, I will just keep watching. You know, I think when you get a player next time, when their names are calling, they're going to be than massively better than massively better than the players them that you just named, because the level of football have improved via the Kingston Football Academy, um, the other academies in the country. You understand me? It's better now. Yeah, it's much more likely you have stable players coming out of Jamaica that can go places and flourish. I think it's much more likely now than previous years. I don't know what say you guys in that analysis. I think it's much more likely now because you have some people in the country that has much more resources and much more football education. So it's much more likely for them to develop that player that can really fit in without not the biggest problems overseas. So what say you on that? I think that is justified, you know? I think that is more than justified. I think that is more than justified. So in the future, you will see much more of the Tariq Maggees them going overseas and fitting in. And maybe if Tariq Magee and the Maggees them and those guys had come on board now, they might have a better chance. Like if they had came through this system now, they might have a better chance to flourish overseas than the struggling path that they are on at this point. All right. Hutchinson went and loan JD. Yes. We said they were completing it, so that's why we did the video like that. Because remember, any one of these deals could have turned off, you know. So if it doesn't complete, we can't. At least we know that we deal with it that way. You get me? Yes. All right. So let me open this. I hope these months. All right, so guys, we're gonna open a phone call and people can call in, give their take on any one of the thing. What we want to look at? We want to look at the Reggae Boyz U17 and the other countries like Canada. I saw African sent me Canadian list so far. So we have some players that we wanted to look at and maybe start scouting. All right. Yes, this video will only be 2 hours. You know what thing already. Yes. Big up JD. Do you think Grim will call back Palmer to the team? He never called him before, so because he never called him before, and he said it's a clean slate, like how they deal with Blake. I think they should do the same thing for this man. I don't know why they would do anything otherwise. I think they should do the same. You know, I don't know the reason why they would have done anything otherwise. I think they should do the same. You can't say clean slate for one, and then when it comes on to the other, you move the goalpost. That would not be would not be nice. So I think I want to say Grim would be the individual um, that would give everyone a chance, and I hope he does. You know, agree. There are better framework in place to build more developed player ready for overseas professionalism. Yes, I do believe so. But at the same time, you know, me saying that, you know, that I'm not saying I expect to see 50,000 come out tomorrow. I'm not saying that. I am not saying that. I'm just telling you that it's a high possible it's a high possible chance that they would have came overseas and done much better. All right, Alex Marshall is back in Jamaica because he could not break into the Canadian Premier League. He did not look good in the Canadian League. I wasted my subscription. All right, but you had watched the Canadian Premier League. You saw what they did to Waterhouse, and you saw what Violet did to Cavaliers and Waterhouse. So it's two different level. The Violet AC one, um, Violet AC is a good team. But I think the Canadian level, they spent more money on their teams. So definitely they came in the semi, what I would put it at the third level. You have 4 levels of CONCACAF, and they were at the second to third level bracket, and they brushed aside Waterhouse with relative ease. You understand me? So maybe that shows you that the Canadian League is better than what we actually expected, because they brushed aside the best team, or the most consistent team, which is Waterhouse in the league. You get me? Over the last 5-10 years, they are the most consistent team, and they embarrassed them. You know, so really and truly, if he goes back to the JPL and he fits into the JPL, maybe his levels was not at the Canadian level, because maybe some football is just simple at sometimes, you know. Maybe that was the case. So I'm not going to put down the Canadian level, because we are here talking about Jamaican football every single day. And they gave them 6. So I want to say the team is a good team. You know, it's a good team, and they have players going places. So they just bucked up on a team with players going places, and that's how it go. That's how it goes. You get me? They just dismantle Waterhouse, and to be honest, it could have been 12 in the 2 legs. You know, if Jamaica field, the field was not really a bad site at the time. It would have been really bad in Jamaica as well. All right. So good day, Mr. Jason. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. How about yourself?
I am alive. I don't know. I never knew you spoke French.
Well, I don't speak French fluently, but I know
Okay.
how to pronounce French words.
Okay, you know the first pronounce. So okay, it's pronounce the words, but you can't speak it, or fluently is the
Well,
problem.
I've spoken enough to know how
Okay.
you pronounce certain things.
Oh,
So when
well,
I
you need
saw
to
the
go
name,
back,
I
and
knew it would be
you need
pronounced
to go
Chamois
back.
Niortais.
Well, you need to go back and speak it properly. All right, so you can pronounce words, and I can believe you. All right.
No, it's
Yes.
okay. It's okay. I know you're well versed in the languages which you know, and that is great. You speak more languages than myself, so you are the language boss.
No, I am trying to. No, I'm just trying to be professional. I want to give you a credit for your language, but you said that you don't speak it fluently, so it's okay. Okay, Mr. Sean.
Yeah, well,
So why is he not there? I have to put up the lever.
that
Okay. Oh, he couldn't hear at one point. Yes. So before we get to the under 17, the youth 17s, what one which one of these cases you wanted to tackle first?
Well, I was intrigued by the Flemings one because I think with him, he just needs a chance to get playing time. Um, I was hoping that Magee could have similar fortunes, but it seems like the club wants to do well in the development league over there, and he's a big part of that. So they don't want to lose him. But I'm excited to see if Fleming actually get a chance at this team. As you said, they're in last place, so I'm sure they're looking for some type of spark.
Yeah, but
So I'm hoping that
but
he
you say
gets some chance.
Maggie. Why you say Maggie don't want to lose Maggie at their club? Uh, at
Yeah, from what I understand of that situation, he has been playing with the reserve team, and the reserve team is doing very well. So that's a part of the reason why they did not want to accept any loan move right now.
Okay, but the problem is now what so why he never signed a new contract then? Because that's where it's gonna go straight. Why would he not? Why would they not offer him a new contract then? Since they have high hopes for him, that is
Well,
my problem.
that is where it gets conflicting because if you don't want a player to go out on loan to try to raise his value, I don't see the point of not signing him. So those two things don't really go together.
And that's my problem. That's why I wanted to stay with. I never saw any loan deal. I checked for all interest. I never got any. And is a contract ends up year end, and that's not long from now. You understand me? So
Yeah,
I,
so he has another 5 months, right, or 6 months.
yes. So that's not long
Okay.
from now. So it's hard for me to run your contract because the problem, when you pass 21, and it goes down to after 6 months, you can sign with anybody, you can talk with anybody.
Yeah, you can talk to
Before that,
anyone right now. Yeah.
you can't talk with anybody. You understand me? The club have to initiate if you're going to get a move. So people listening, that is the big difference. You get me? So why would, if they are interested in him so much, why would they make it run down to under 6 months when he can talk to anybody? That makes no logical sense. The best time to go is
Yeah.
now, to
Yeah,
go
that's
in
true.
and talk to him. But once they run it down to these guys, it no matter what kind of word gymnastic people use, the facts are the facts. People can approach you at this point. That seems like they are not interested in you. And I think everybody would have agreed with me. They are not interested in you because they would not. People don't run down people contract to the final months. If they want you get me, and they have to prove, they have to give you a game, they have to give you satisfaction to re-sign you at all points. So by my assessment, I don't think that interest is there as yeah, I can't, I'm not gonna lie to the fans them. So I don't think interest is there, based on just the logics around the footballing, the footballing contracts, you know. Yeah,
So basically, they have just cut their ties as far as the
yes.
investment they made in him. They just figure they're not going to make any money. Let's just have him see out the contract and that's it.
And look at that. If I want a player to come in and play, because obviously I have to pay in anyway. If I have to cut you today, I have to pay the rest of the money. So so if so, the case is, why would I not let you stay here? And if I can call upon you to fulfill a roster, you can, and I still get my money's worth out of you, or I cut you now and pay all of the money. That makes no logical sense. So better I just keep you here. You keep on playing the reserve games. If you have to, if you have short of a player and you can come in a normal team, you come in. And then when the time finish, you go just the same, because at least I get my money rather than pay you all of it, and then you're here for then I lose the rest of the 6 months because I signed you a contract. Remember, that's how it goes. Once you have to cut the player, you have to pay him the rest of the days that he should have stayed here. You understand me? That's how it goes. So that is the problem right there, Jason. So it's a tough one. It's a very much tough one for me. I know people would want to always find the best words, but I don't need to find the best words when the conversation just don't match it. And 95% of the times when we come here and say the thing, it goes that way because it is the only thing that connected to the story. You know, I can't come here and say me
Yeah.
really want Maggie and a 5 days. No, I'm just using a hypothetical situation. And a 5 days depending on contract. I can't fool Jamaican people like that. You understand me? I have to come and tell you, bro, I don't know. It's looking tough, and hopefully he does get somewhere. And hopefully he has a good agent to find the right place for him. Because after this, you only have one more move to decide how your career goes. Because if you waste the next 2 years, you're gonna go down the line as majority of the others went down the line. So you have to produce something. And I would honestly say he should come back to the Americas region. I don't think he's at that level. I'm very sorry. I don't think he's at the European level. I think he needs to come back to the USL or the MLS and prove himself. And if you're good enough for the European England region, then you go back when you have already got enough game time. I don't think he had gotten enough game time under his belt to be ready for the European region. I'm very sorry, man, because I'm over here and seeing it. It takes too much work. Not too much work, but it takes too much dedication at that point for him to come in early and get that up and running. And the problem is he never set that foundation, and foundation brings trust from people. So I don't think they necessarily have that trust in him. You get me? And that's why he never really moved up to the big team. So I think he should come back to the MLS. If he could come back to MLS, that would be beautiful for him. And just try do something, and build your name, so you get you build a reputation, so you get you have the in the back. Too much of our players going over these big leagues with no reputation, so they have no time on their hands, Jason. Nobody respect you, so they have no time for you. As you slip, you drop down to a different level, and then you start compete with all sorts of people and can't get in the game. That is a big difference. So
Yeah.
so we have to choose places where we have our respect. We have to choose places where we have our respect and we have time to prove. Go in these places, man. It's
Where
tough, man.
would that place be? Where would that place be?
Right. Why? I don't know, but sometimes we keep on ruling out places, bro. We're 13th rank in the region, If we go anywhere, some of our ballers in the JPL need to go to Costa Rica. That's why I love what Ben Bo did. He left to somewhere else. Go somewhere else, man. Maggie, you come back to the USL, MLS, anything. You get me? And do something, man. But play some football so you can get your name out there. Because if you ain't playing in the football and playing in the reserve, ain't nobody ain't talking about it, bro. And ain't nobody ain't buying you because they're gonna say Cassiopean at the bottom. So why would I want you? And even they watch a billion clips because they have to look at what they have to work on and all of those stuff. So it's tough. It's a tough position he's in. But I think he needs to really make an agent look worldwide for him and stop trying to look for big deals. When you're not doing anything big, you have to make sure you look for the right deals. The right deals, man, that can give you time to develop.
Yeah, I think a Central American are even trying to break through in Mexico. That might be a good league for him.
Yeah, man, go somewhere, man. Go somewhere and get some damn game, man, because it's hard when you see some 18-year-old. Cause look at Dillinger comes back to Toulouse. That's where I know that Junior Flemings never have no hope because they just keep on bringing in players and they keep on delivering. So how are you going to get game when you have 5 man came in and all five of them, 2 of them, they were there from before. Raphael and those guys were there from before, and they were delivering, and they came back from injury and delivering now. So and they added in 3 more players, and all 3 players doing their jobs even better than Raphael to us. And Raphael had his insurance. So the difference is now, look how they never throw off Raphael and keep Dillinger and my boy from Morocco on the field. I forgot his name. But yeah, we'll get it soon.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I
so
know the
so
player you're
so
talking.
but
I
look
can't remember his name
but
either
look
though.
but look at that now. You see, that's why I said security gives you time. Raphael comes back from injury. They don't throw off Raphael because Dillinger scoring. They said no, put on all 3 of them. You get me? Because he
Hmm.
brought them to the Division 1. So yes, put him on, let him play him way out of the bad patch or the injury and get yourself up. So that's what they do. That's what they do, man. So we have to approach football and get some well-versed agents as well. I don't know who is his agent. I need to check it. Yeah, but I definitely need some well-versed agents to help you guys with the problematic situation. Up and running says, don't be surprised. Guys, as they're coming, make sure to get the likes up and get to 150 likes on the video. We are here for a little while. Try to at least cover 2 hours at least. If we have to push it further, dependent conversation. I think people are tired and they're busy, so we don't necessarily need to push it to 50 hours. Don't be surprised if we see Maggie and Peter Lee back in Jamaica. They did move out of SPF mood, which is very low. Okay. Well, I think they have other options. I don't think they have to run come back to the JPL as yet. I think not at least Maggie. I think he might have a next move in him without coming back to the JPL. Let me know, guys. What say you? I think he might have a next move. Shakpo, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Omar, yes, we talked about that. Flemmings is hard working. That's what make him different from the other lazy baller who refuse to adapt. Why do I? It's tough. Kai, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Stefan, how you doing, man? Hope all is well. The excuse will be coming for Maggie now. They can't just accept Maggie is still in SBF mood. I don't know whatever mood he's in. I just know that I would not take the chance to go back again in a different league. I think I would have just come back here in my region and just try pick up. And then if I should get the next move, I'm still young enough. Maggie is still young enough to get that move and do well for a season or two. And then, because as you can see, August the 20th, Maggie is 23. So if he moves at 24, still has time to spend a season and a half, 25 and a half, 26, and move back. You're still fresh. Jamaicans moved when they are 26. When does this contract end? At year's end? I think at the end, maybe contract until June 2023. So the year's end, when the league finishes, that's when his contract finishes. All right. So he's still gonna be 20. He's gonna just turn 24 because August coming right behind June. So he's gonna just turn 24. So he can work back to a level. Yes. I think a lot of these players falling back in the JPL, knowing from Algrimson's statement about we no, I don't think you think the camp would have nothing to do with that, Jason. I don't think the camp have anything to do with that. You know.
Yeah, no, I think those players just don't have opportunities right now overseas, so they had to come back. I don't believe Al Gibson's camp will play a role in that at all. I don't think.
Okay. Mario Williams, thanks for being here. IJD, what role does Mr. Butler play with Maggie? Nothing. I don't think so. Think Maggie is on his own with different agents. One Spence, Arjun Spence. Let me know if it's one Arjun. Thanks. I've always asked you that they never responded. You always just continue with your comments. The old boys that runs SPF only cares about winning in Jamaica and beat them chest and saying they are the best in Jamaica. Okay, all right. All right. Jamari Clark gone on loan to Forest Green. All right. Peter Allen is the agent. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Peter Allen. So, Mr. Peter Allen, I would love to talk to Mr. Peter Allen because Peter Allen has a lot of questions to answer, because I would love to know how they do go about to see clubs. Yes, because that is very much important. What you factor in before you look at the clubs, yeah, because it's important. I would love to hear from him. If Simon can get him, that would be good. I think a lot of people would love to hear from him, Simon. But if I could get him, no problem. Forest Green Club. JD, have you ever been to? Yeah. One time. But I've watched the games. I can watch the game. Simon, I have it free. I have it free. I can just record all of them, every single one of them. But one time I actually went there in a time when a lot of people ask questions about him. So I had to secretively go and check out. But he was not playing. I literally came here and told the people not to waste my time. Yes. Yes. This Tariq Magee situation reminds me of Keith Kelly signing with PSG. PSG 1 or 2. Let me know because every time I've checked Keith Kelly, they said he was signed to the 2 version and not necessarily the main team. So I don't know. Up to this day, it's confusing. I don't know. So Eagle probably let me know You get me? I will have to go back and research if I have any training footages of him to see where he was actually training. All right. Peter Allen is also agent of Chantamoy Taylor and Roderick Granville, who were in Brazil recently. Well, no problem. That means we need to ask them, pick their brains about, okay, 1 June. All right. And then we have our brother Jason Ferran, big troublemaker, sack passe. Big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. All right. Yes. So, yes. So, yes, Jason. So, what you're talking about the Flemings deal, right? You wanted to get into the Flemings deal, right?
Yeah, I wanted to see, like, I know they're in last place, but like, how are their wide attackers playing? You know, do you see a chance for him to actually play? Those are the things I wanted to dive a little deeper into.
All right. I don't know nothing about your team. You just send me to do the second backup job. You know, we don't just jump off stories. We are going to come back with the breakdown. So the players, we are going to look at the players in his position to see if he's gonna actually get game. You know, at first sight, if you're gonna loan you, I think they have to use him to a certain extent. And obviously, let me check first because we don't want to say anything wrong. We want to make sure we are on
Yeah,
point when we're saying it. So I'm going to check that their team to see if Junior Flemings will get game there, because sometimes remember people just jump to say, oh, people fighting him. I don't subscribe to those things. So if that's what you're looking for me, I will never say it. I will always go above and beyond to get the information and come here and tell you if the player not good. Believe me, I'm going to tell you. I know you're gonna be upset because that's the thing that people don't like. When if I should always come and tell you how good the player is, but if the player is not good enough, I'm gonna tell you. You know, it might be PSG too because he was coming out of our 20. Yes, I'm just
yeah.
asking
It
if
was
it's
he was always signed to the B team for
yes,
PSG.
but
Yes,
when people talked about it, always seems like he was playing for the main team. But and no one mentioned the PSG too. It's when I went there and checked for myself. I'm saying, what? There's something not right here. Why is it? Jason, why is it when they always throw me things and then when I go there is not the actual thing? What they might tell me?
well,
See,
to be honest, JD, most people who were covering it back then would not have made the distinction either.
okay, okay,
Because if you look at the writings about Zimini's when it first came out, not anybody said anything about Young Circle. Everybody just said Circle Bruges. So it's just the way that we report the stuff. We
okay.
want it to sound the best, so we don't say the actual truth. And I don't know why we do that. We
Yeah,
should just
but for
tell
the
the truth.
first day, me reported me a young circle me report, and I continue to state
Yeah,
exactly what it is. I never
yes,
change.
absolutely. I was not including your reporting in the
Okay, okay,
reporting I
okay.
saw. So yes, you did stand out in that regard.
Yeah, because if he saw in science for young circle, it doesn't matter. It's just what he damn signs for.
Yeah, and the thing, Simon, that's true. He did train with the first team, and that's actually common with a lot of those big sides. At points in the season, they will open up the doors to players that are doing very well or training very well with the B team. So yes,
Hmm.
I'm not saying that because he was on PSG, he would have with Okocha and Ronaldinho and all the other big players. I'm just saying he was never officially signed to the
Okay.
PSG first team.
All right, all right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop the link so anybody that wants to come on, because I know you always have people in the chat that want to come on. If they want, they can. We're only looking for 2 hours. Get the likes up, guys. We are way past 100 people here, so get it past 100. 150 we really want. So if we get that, oh, see, Jamaican gonna just come on. Yes. Um, why am I labeled a troublemaker? I know, Mr. Ferran, you know your thing, all right. I'm not going to tell you all of the Jason my trouble. Just name yourself Jason. When we were Friday the 13th, Jason are the biggest troublemaker. So Jason was always a troublemaker, name worldwide. I don't know. Oh, why would Jason Ferran ask? Why is it him labeled as a troublemaker? Jason, that one name Jason Guna, I'm a troublemaker as well. It's just like a troublemaker name. I can't believe you never know that Jason is always a troublemaker name. That's why they name him Jason. It's always a troublemaker name. Me tell you, say Flemings not ready long time, but it's not. Remember, we can't just come out. Um um uh, yeah, Sean, me don't care what you want to say. Me not care what say. I look like you sign contract for be propagandist for Jason. I see what I see. I don't tell me any foolishness. All right, JD. He did, however, trained with the first team a handful of times and was friends with Ronaldinho. Okay, Jesus God. So, so I don't know. You know, Key Kelly played for PSG. All right, all right. So we are get a call now. We have Big Bad Neil on the line. You, Big Bad Neil, how you doing, man?
What about JD?
Me there, man. You know the stream them always
Yeah,
take
man.
off. Now Simon, I tell me about yes, he did, however, played with the PSG team, and he was friends with Ronaldinho. So me not understand. We are talking about what the man play for, you know. And Simon
Yeah,
always talk about
hey,
the food. What him said the last time, the food. And what him said at that time, this man always have some word. Let's
but
leave that,
I want
Simon.
to tell you, me Jason look well say nobody never met the distinction if a PSG two or the senior team in time. But sometimes I wonder him back in the time if anybody even know a difference. You understand?
Yeah.
Maybe I so they don't make a distinction. Maybe them don't know a difference neither. So them just report what them hear. You understand?
Yeah, that's why just
Yeah.
said maybe they don't know the difference. But even recently people still used it. Oh,
But maybe them
Key
don't know a difference
Kelly.
neither.
No, me here, man, come to me and say, yo, JD, you never know about Key Kelly. Key Kelly was better than even Ronaldinho. Me say
Like
then,
that.
me never
Nothing
know
about
that
that.
because from me, no
JD,
Ronaldinho, him are the
JD,
best
JD. Somebody
footballer.
did really tell us. Somebody did
Yes,
really tell us saying better than
yes,
Ronaldinho.
and I think the man them tell me say the man was a generational talent and a true either some injury or something upon sure, and nobody never refute it. Nobody here never refute it. Me sorry, my channel get shut down. Me sorry because nobody never refute it. Come here, say then.
That sound like something CC
Me
would
never,
have said.
me never know him. Me need to look for that footballer there, you know, because me never know him. It look at me really miss
No,
something.
I
So
took
if he
man.
made better than Ronaldinho, damn. Because
JD,
Ronaldinho
I
is a
just want to ask you a
serious
question.
footballer, you know.
We just want to ask you a question, JD,
No,
because we
they
disagree
said
with
it.
your bad man something.
No, they said it right here. Reggae commentary right here. Somebody said it. People in the chat. People in the chat. Them Chris Smith he did in the chat. Chris Smith in the chat. Tell me who they talk about Keith Kelly.
Yo,
Play Chris Smith. Yeah,
me
Chris
feel
Smith in
say a
the chat.
CC, JD.
Somebody did say it, man. And we me I said so that man, yo, it come up, man. I wonder for the one CC. We have to call him up. We are gonna find the culprit that when they tell we say
Me feel
yes.
say a CC, JD. Me feel say a
We
CC.
are going to hunt down the person who said that because no, me go assess the person myself and see it, you know. All right. Yes, me go hunt down the person. Continue, Neil. You see, I have a bone for
Yeah,
people with Neil. Where you want to beat me up for, no, bossy?
we disagree with you. You say you come out to tell Jamaican people the truth. Who tell you say Jamaican people are here truth?
Yeah, me kind of
Yeah?
realize that, man. Me kind of realize that.
Just we grew up in a culture where the truth is where we are here. You
Yeah, but
understand?
yeah. Yesterday, that's why I just removed the, you know, because I said I'm have to diss up a whole heap of subscribers, you know, because they see
Brother,
a man named Robert Green, Richard Green. Me no know Richard Green, but this man every day him coming from a program, him have a problem. So yesterday him really let out him problem. You know what is him problem? Me a sleep with the enemy. Me have to really repeat it 15 times. You know what I
come on,
mean by
enemy.
that? You know what I mean by that? So me a sleep with the enemy? White people.
You know? And then, my name why you
Half of
man. Them a
Jamaica,
madman.
majority of the places them in Jamaica, them a work for white people. You understand me?
You
Yo,
know?
some of them money, them low, them IQ zero out, you know. Me I talk about them IQ zero like them zero a game. And not have
Yeah,
nowhere else to go.
I'm madman reasoning that. But JD, you know, sometimes we have to come to the conclusion Jamaican is really good enough. And no matter how people say, well, you know, all right, I like to play, you know. If you can play a technical, I want to play like
Mm-hmm.
in the Jamaican team. But I feel like Casey Palmer right now would have been that player. But Brother, sometimes we have to come to the conclusion and say, man, no good enough, Bridget. No man can down no one club for a year and not even one start. And people are going to say, no, the club run poorly and it's a club when they run good. So we blame the coach. The coach gone. Now we are blaming coach, the club, people have the problem. Brother, the man not good enough. And we have to just accept the fact that the man not good enough. Because even if it's a feeder club, Zane, if it's a feeder club, if it's good enough, then it have.
But Neil, we watch the game then, Neil. We watch the player them on the team. And I've said something 1 year ago. The problem is, I've seen this, I've realized, let me tell you something, and I'm not going to stop saying this. In Jamaican culture, peer pressure is our worst killer. Peer pressure is a different level in Jamaica, a different level. The other day, Mr. Man, when come back to Jamaica, play defensive central. You know the man, I'm a play centre back now for Portmore United. Rudolph Aston. In him art, him know him not find the right word because the word the man uses like a be a world class baller there at Jamaica. But at the same time, him a fair try. Him want to give them the negative, you know. But this the only way you can make Jamaican people accept anything is to give them the utmost credit. You remember anytime when me tell you with Mr. Speed them, when Mr. Speed them come and attack, people, me know say Jamaica the brightest people in the world. And then him go to the criticism. So the only way Jamaican accept things is to make sure you put a bag of praise right at the front for powder them face. And then after you tell them the truth. But you see, through me not have time for the powder. Me not touch the man face. Or me not touch the body face. But me just give you the product. Me not in a waste of time thing because me never learn a way me never learn a way to go around so skilled. You get me? Yes, so that's them problem. So when you come here and say, yo, brother, me say 3 man there, and me say the midfielder better. Me not think Magee get no game. Me said that 1.5 years ago. I don't know body a fight against Magee. The other man them work hard. The man them, and that video there, after around 4 man come by the video. Yo, JD, when a boy come from Jamaica, come tell me about other man work hard. Me care if a lion run them down from Africa. I mean, I say, what? We're talking about football here.
Then JD, you there attack, me there attack. Or you fight a man.
Them send me out. Them send me go to get the information and then we come back. Them send me go get the information. Them people, them amazing. You know, some of them are amazed by the drama. So them send me go for the information. When we come back and tell them they like it. So that's go. Look at Neil, chip out. Let me hang up and call back Neil right away to make him finish. I'm coming through the comment section, guys. But it's a true thing, guys. And I think other people will say it one day, and you're gonna remember me saying it. That peer pressure in Jamaica is the biggest killer. Peer pressure is our biggest problem in Jamaica. You get me? The expectations from we are 16, we have already start look like we want to take care of our family and everything. The peer pressure is big. The peer pressure is big in our culture. This is one of our biggest problems in our culture, and that's why people cannot speak freely. If you can just not put the people under so much pressure, look on it. Even yesterday when I said something realistic, you know. I said, I understand why a lot of people in this YouTube vlogging space had to be middleman because them cannot survive if them not have the true talent to be actual YouTubers. You understand me? Because you cannot say anything bad about these men and they don't shut you off. I've seen it. I literally hear people have to tell people good things for people get an interview. I've literally heard it for myself. You get me? So I'm telling the peer pressure is real. So the end of the story, guys, the end of the story is Key Kelly never better than Ronaldinho. You have to stop their lie. You understand? Let's start the truth.
The end of the story, people them coming like when you have a woman, and the woman get put on weight and I get fat, and the woman accept him fat, but you can't tell the woman saying fat. You can't tell lie. Just look a little heavy. Really? Me tell you something. And the woman knows saying fat, you know, but you can't tell her that. You understand? Because that's why you have to Christian in the first place. But you can't talk the truth. But what me I say, JD? All me I say, we have to just come to reality. Certain player, right and wrong. We might like them as player, you understand, because we come from Jamaica. Not me, because I mean can't accept it too. certain people. They might like a certain player, but you know mean because you like the player good enough for somebody else.
Facts.
And I mean, I know how much Premier League game, how much JPL game Magee even play at Jamaica before he move. Me not sure if he play many. You understand? So all of the hype when get, it a come from schoolboy football. So maybe that's a reason why some of them, because if you left a country and then just up until they say are the best thing, and then you end up in a different country where maybe a man are younger than you put everybody better.
You know, but Neil, you know, me not like for do this because me not like for bring the little youth in it. But me gotta just try show you an example. Say, and I just this not so mad when them say Key Kelly better than Ronaldinho at the time and Skilly was. The other day, me listen to a thing on TVG, with the Maverick. And the Maverick, me hear the Maverick I literally said that the what Whisper have, nobody in the world can compete with him. The attributes of him have, and nobody in the world, and you can't find a 17-year-old with a 6'2" and fast like this and this like that. And I'm saying, Jesus God, this man this man is just uninformed, or it's just the pure pressure make you have to report a certain way. You understand me? And I think it's a bit of both. At first, I was blaming him saying, no, not about football, I'm an idiot. But when I realized back what I'm 3 days later, how people react in the country overall, me get to realize, that are the problem. Them can't deal with other people if because we can't take criticism in our country, none at all. You get me? So you can't talk. You can't talk to the man, and you can't get an interview. You can't get a picture. You can't get nothing because the man are tough in face and say, "Yo, how you that chat when people know what me attack, man. How you that chat about? I do no interview with him. He never talk bad about me. And that's how the man them stay. So now me get to realize. So when me type, me click it in. I'ma come here and say to the man, say me just hear an interview over TVJ. They had the main actual channel for Jamaica, and it look like Maverick never watch football from the day in ban, cause everything when him just say a lie. So. Yeah, you know, and you know me like the kid. Me like the kid because of me promote the kid. I me first start promote the kid. But when me I listen to it's like we don't know why I feel say them something. So I just the situation where you know it's stressing, but the situation, big boss.
If you can say extra right, come here, watch football from extra right them up, you know. Me remember when it's time when they send extra right, send Gabon to Panchayal, England, extra right last, couldn't find way and they have to come on back. But if you hear a man like Hector Wright, I say, Peter Lee Basel, better than Kemaru, when I tell you about the country people. And the national player will play football. See? Peter Lee Basel can make a USL 2 team. But you have to say better than Kemaru.
All right. And you hear that and me hear that. Me literally hear what you say that. So, I don't know.
National player can come out and say anything there. It will tell you, say, boy, Virgin. And you know, you have people who agree with him.
Yeah, but people that agree say when Mr. Butler say Whisper the better Andre Gray.
What about people believe it?
Yeah, he say it a few times. So me no know why nobody else with actual education and the football nah see that and nah say it. You understand me? Me no understand why Mr. Algrimson never come in and say, yo, me go pick Whisper because I'm better than Andre Gray. Me pick Peter Lee Vassell because I'm better than Kemar Roof. I'm better than Kemar Roof. Me I wait for them something to happen. Because more people where actually have the qualification say it, you know?
Jerry,
yeah, man.
Jerry.
Yeah, Jamaica go to make the call finish done. When there, man, me I hear. No, man, no, me tell him.
No, but more than put to what the caller said.
No, but you can't. Right now, all if comments me have 2 callers me have from 2 different locations. Just come and bad me up. Yo, JD. All right, then, big man, take over the show.
Brother, look how long me there so wait patiently. Some people wicked and evil in a world, bro. Me there so about half of me there so quiet and mind my own business, you know, bro. And the man I say me I put him up, you know, brother. See it, pray. Good evening, good morning. Bless up JD. Bless up to the callers them. Big up to all the people them in that chat. Big up on the step. Call them, I agree with you, you know. And remember me say Magee, no, yeah.
I mean, so that, you know, but me have to agree with you because after 3 years now, it's embarrassing. I think he should have moved either on loan or permanently. He shouldn't have stayed there for beyond what he stayed there for. I agree with you wholeheartedly and that. I guess I wouldn't call him up and say no good as yet because he still have his peak years in front of him. Because I think he's like 24, 25 now. But I'm just saying that he should have moved to get some playing time and to own his craft. And if it's a feeder club, then the club would have, quote unquote, fed him to someone else. They would have told him. They would have fed him to someone else. I think maybe they have identified a player in there still. You know? And they want to keep a hold of him, or they just don't find any buyers for him, or anybody want to loan him, or interested in him, or nothing. So we have to be real, bro. If this was another player we're talking about, and we heard this on the news that there's a player that has been at a club for 3 years and going on 4 years, and he hasn't cemented his place in the team, even though it's a young team. You have 20-year-olds making the team over him, would play the exact same position. Then you would say, wow, maybe this player needs to move on. Let's be real, bro. What are we there as our football fans? Let's be real. Not because that Jamaican, we're angry them with kid gloves. We have to be real, bro. We have to look at it objectively now. You know what I mean? Because we're talking about a highly talented player. But, talent is just what gets you to the door. But what gets you through that door is mentality and hard work. So we have a lot of talent in Jamaica, but to get us through the door, we have to put in the hard work, and we have to have the right mentality. Case in point, we have a great baller who used to be a star baller for Jamaica called Walter Boyd, and then we have another great baller called Bibi Gardner. And when it comes to talent, if we were to put talent on a scale, Walter Boyd would be rated more talented than Bibi. But Bibi Gardner went far.
I completely disagree with that because that's a problem now. We keep on thinking about skill set being talent, So
no. It's skill sets. Listen, man. Talent, it cannot be measured. It cannot be measured. It can't be measured like that. You see a swimmer, they say, I have a natural talent, but it cannot be measured like it's something that it's quantifiable. You can say, okay, to have talent, it's 1 + 1 =. No, it don't work like that. But I don't think anybody can deny that talent-wise, Walter Boyd was more talented than Bibi.
I disagree with the talent can't be measured. I think talent can be measured. Nowadays, talent can be measured. You know why? Because overall you have 9 different categories. 9 different categories. Kicking, heading, everything. You have all of them. And you can measure them. You can measure them nowadays. But the thing is, I think what we view as talent is more of the physical sides, not the mental side. Because people can, obviously, you might be right in certain circumstances because maybe your vision and those things people can't measure. Oh, you can do a bit.
Yeah, but what you have to do? Take 1 inch measure the talent?
Let me say, the vision. So maybe talk now with you to a certain extent, but on the physical side, it could be measured, but on the mental sides, now you can't be measured.
But what I'm saying is that if you were, all right, look, we will have, like, let's say, look, you had a player like Ivan Toney, who was at Newcastle. Obviously, to be at Newcastle, who is a club, who is a big club. It's a big club. Even when they're playing championship, they're a big club, meaning that they have a huge following, etc., a huge fan base, etc. Right? I've produced some great players. So when he was at Newcastle, they said he wasn't good enough for Newcastle, and he went to Wembley. And his talent, he had the talent there, but the numbers didn't coincide with what his talent was. Sometimes talent is there, but somebody not playing to your best, so you can bring out your talent. So you have a striker at one club scoring 5 goals per season, and somebody look at him and say, "We're gonna play this. We're gonna pull this player and bring him to a bigger club." And you're saying, "Why are you pulling this player in a 5 goal him score?" But he has a lot of talent.
The man explained to you, say he never learned the game properly as yet. That's why I'm thinking. So that simply means he may have the physical side.
He may have talent, man. He may have talent, but he may have talent, but he still needed to learn to realize that talent by applying the right mentality and the hard work that is necessary. But he had the raw talent. It was there in the first place.
All right, I can't explain it. I truly thought I can't explain it. So I just done the war. Finish up my point, Neil. Because I have the comment just sit down and I have a war. You see, anytime Jamaican go in a war rock or Blake come on, it just gone in a different direction.
Brother, you can't say me it's a war boat, brother. You're being dishonest there, brother. I'm disingenuous. You can't say me it's a war boat.
I've not said
Me and a
that.
cat a war, brother. Me and a cat a war.
But you said anytime you Jamaican War Rock come on or Mr. Blake, I can't stay up on topic because me I try make a valid point here, you know, one year me I say. So
Yeah, hear what you say, me, bro. Me never tell you to me not hear what you say.
you know hear me. You are say what you say.
No,
But
man, me a listen, man. I listen what you say.
Neil, finish up your fine. Finish up your fine, Neil. Me just get to
Yeah,
the comments.
yeah.
The man
No,
comment.
only thing I say, sometimes when you talk, like, all right, let me talk now, I could talk the truth. People would have come to the conclusion and say, you know, like,
Yeah, man.
Magee, you know, like, brother, me want to see everyone at Jamaica player them reach to the highest level. You think I'm more happy if you turn on my TV fan, Saturday man or Sunday man and see Magee play for Aston Villa, all of them club. You understand? What would that make me not want to see that? But if me, I look, all right, it's just like a man say, all right, it's JPL. I can't watch no JPL if you finish on 4 minutes. Me not have nothing against the league, but that's just me that me can watch. Me not have I mean I watch when you like local football or whatsoever. But JD, everything where I do, I have to do with quality. I can't sit down and watch it in finish on 4 minutes. If I watch two ball and the man them kick, sometimes I be a bad pass American thing. I can't watch it. That's just me personally. And if my baby can watch it, because that's a film thing. See?
Mm-hmm.
Me not have nothing against it. But me, JD, me can come here so and tell no lie, just to preach up a story. See?
Yeah, man.
Me can go watch a JPL and tell you, say, well, I watched a JPL match last week and I best thing me ever watch. Or it look good to me. That me a lie, me I tell you. See? I can watch it because it thing just look a way to me when me I watch it. From me that Jamaica, me I tell you truth, I can watch it.
I we totally understand where you come from.
We have to just learn to tell people the truth. See, I don't have nothing against Magee. I'd love to see Magee play the best club in the world. But as a good I say, and the same I say, good. But right at this moment, not good enough. See, maybe in the future, he will improve himself and be a top class player. But right now, where I see for myself with my 2-1-2 year, not good enough. So, I don't that me answer, man. The big up on
All right, respect, big boss, yeah.
Yeah, man.
All right. So hold on, let me just go through the comment section and we'll just take on the second part of the show. Guys, get the likes up on the video, man. Get it to 150, 300 likes, 700 likes, you know? Yeah, man. As soon as somebody come in, just click the likes. JD, you now get no signed jersey. Yes, I know. I totally want to speak out. You can't talk the truth. JD, can ask, do you think Whisper will get to that eyes in the long run? I don't know. I think we have to just keep watching the youth, you know. But all I'm trying to say is when he made those statements, I just said I know it's not true, so I don't know why he's doing that, you know, like what is the reason. And then I've figured out because I try to learn every single day. JD, remember Alex Marshall was supposed to be the greatest thing since Walter Boyd, according to the public, the members of the public. All right, so sometimes we get it wrong and we have to stand up and have a conversation, you know. Hector, right? Okay, I don't know him, you know. I don't know him. Jason know him. JD and Bennett from 80 and Costa Rica is ahead of all Jamaicans at that age. I do agree because they're actually doing it, and the people that's paying their damn money for buying players want to buy them. So I don't know why people want to buy them, but not our players. I can't understand that metric. Oh, our players can be so good and they're so close to these guys that's getting bought in a different region. That's my only. I cannot figure it out, but I think I'm gonna figure it out one day. I'm gonna really research. Right now, I would pick the young Rangers striker. Yeah, he's doing something as well, you know. And I think we had said that from early. Up JD, for all those that like to this NCAA, Leicester just signed a kid. All right, nice. He's currently top 10 in Euro transfer across America. Well, give me the kid name so we can look up the kid. All right. No manager will hire Hector, right, to coach their team in Jamaica. He most likely working at a resort in Jesus God. The man am going in, man. Enzo. Okay, Ishmael only turn up when Chelsea start signing players. Yeah. All along Chelsea getting beaten. You know?
I mean, he's here every day, and that means he's here all the time.
Yes, and he's
Chelsea
not
sign players all the time.
Yes, as soon as Chelsea signs a player, Ishmael start to turn up. Can't believe it, Ishmael deal with so. Jamaican going 18-year-old players starting at UPenn. Yes, that is true. You watch ball, if you understand Lavar ball, you will understand Craig. And there is a place for it. It's just marketing, but people believe it has opposed to seeing. Yeah, but to some extent, I understand where you're coming from in a gentles. I understand where you're coming from. But Mr. Butler don't sell himself as in a marketing personnel. He sells himself as the best version of Jamaica football knowledge, which I don't think he is, based on what I am seeing from other persons. That's what I'm saying. Because you sell it like you are that and nobody else saying anything. You get me? And you are the only one can develop a player, which I never when I look at it now, look at CC what they did, and look at a lot more teams, and look at the Kingston Academy. That's why I said I wanted to give everybody a look in to show that it's more than what Craig Butler says. I think the only thing he said, Jamaica had talent, which we know every other country had talent. Well, I'm seeing the talent now, surprisingly. But it's not at Phoenix alone. I'm seeing talent. I'm seeing talent at Academy, Kingston Academy, and what's the next one name? Mount Pleasant, and also Bala as well. So you have a lot of them doing it. And in the end, what we're figuring out now, um, we're figuring out that they're working on things to improve the guys them and sustain it, which I love. I never really like the one person being special and then nobody else know if we do not in Jamaica. I think if we say we want to help the kids, then what we have to do is share the information so everybody can learn. So them have them player, them develop them player, so them can get them bonus fee if them are gonna sell them player without them are gonna send them players without a transfer fee. You get me? So them can get them developmental fee, and that can keep them afloat to do them job. You get me? So I love that's why I always try to sell the information, send the information to everybody, so everybody can develop a player as well. And I think we are at that time. You get me? Yes. I think Labar Ball compared to Mr. Butler is not the right the right measurement. Labar Ball actually played at the highest level. So it's not the same comparison. He had some more backing, but I understand where you're coming from. Will Lamar Walker sign to the team in Russia? We don't know as yet. Hopefully, he rethinks before going to sign. No, the money might be enough, but you don't know if World War 50 will kick off there. All right. Does Hector Wright have a coaching license? We don't know. We don't know. King, but Magee is the best midfielder ever. No, 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 no. It's a lot of things work on Magee being the best midfielder. Seriously, though, Carla, are you a real Jamaican fan when you don't watch our product, despite if the quality is good or bad? He's still watching other Jamaicans. You don't have to watch that league. You can watch a schoolboy. You can watch the guys from overseas. Everyone can't watch every league. It's 24 hours in a day, so he watches others. Mr. Dre, Benny plays at a higher level. At least he plays at a higher level in world football, like the World Cup. Dan Hutchinson, he does not play for Chelsea like what Hutchinson did. Yes, so I based on what he did in his career so far, Bennett would be ahead of Hutchinson at this point. But Hutchinson is in a better system now, like in a bigger system, and he just stepped down to the championship. No, so we don't know where we will take them. But both of them in high level development. You get me? High level, yes. So I don't know what to say. I will still give Bennett the extra edge based on his skill set and actually what he has achieved in his career so far. And some people might disagree, but people would have to still stand up and say, "Oh, you have a point," because this kid went into the World Cup, in World Cup qualifiers, and then go in England and still trying to do something in England as well. Hutchinson has been in have been in England and doing his thing. So yeah, and Dan, Dr. Dan, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. But Magee, in my opinion, is the best Jamaican midfielder. I think it's a lot more things to midfield games, a midfielder's game than what you just saw, you think. All right. he might just look the most smooth midfielder, the most smooth midfielder for Jamaica, but I don't think he's naturally the best Jamaican born midfielder. I don't think so. I think you will have others that can do more because energy and a feel is important to the guys. And I just don't think him. As Damian Marley said, if you buy the base, don't lose your receipt. The problem is that if people rate a man, they can't separate the sense from nonsense. Okay. All right, fair enough. Imaxit, according to some, them not getting by, like the rest of the world, is because them bad mind Jamaican. No, but we're talking reality here, man. It has nothing to do with bad mind in Jamaican. You're mad, JD. If they want my information, they must bow down and worship. No, man, football past that, man. Football past that. We have to share information in the country. Look at what Kingston went again say. They said that they take everybody play and bring overseas. So they bring everybody play overseas to make sure everybody can get a chance to share about the information in the country. So that is actually trying to help out the country. No, man. I think I always said, in the money game, in the football game, guys, money will always come. Money will always come. All right. So you don't need to run down any first money. Anytime you run down money is unless you don't believe in the product. I don't know. Let me stop it right there. I'm bringing back the courses. But anytime you run down money in any part of football is when you don't believe in the product. You get me? That's what I think. What say you guys on that? I'm gonna stop there and then go back to the comments right after. So what say you guys, and if you have anything you can chip in at the same time. And let me know in the chat as well. I don't know. Jason, are you here? Jamaican Goon, I mean, look at them gone.
Yeah, no, I'm here, JD. To be honest with you, I missed most of that last part, so I can't chip in on this.
I'm saying anytime in football, money is the last thing you should run down. Anytime you run down money is unless you don't believe in the product because you want to cash out the product instant. You get me? That's what I believe.
Yeah, I think at this stage of Lamar's career in his 20s to mid-20s, I don't think he needs to be entirely focused on the money. If he believes in himself, to take the opportunity that he thinks will make him get the most opportunity to play and show what he can do, and not necessarily pick the most lucrative offer.
Yeah.
So, as you said, it requires you to have self-belief, and it requires you to know that you are still improving, and maybe that's a chance that some of us or some of the players won't be willing to take. But you need to bet on yourself in professional football. You need to bet on yourself at all times.
Yeah, man. Jamaican Guna, you look like you had some problem.
What I'm gonna say is, it depends on the player and the player's dream. As I keep on saying all the time, you might have one player who is aiming for one thing, which is what they want out of them career, and they have another player who is aiming for something totally different because of that them want out of them career. So you on the outside looking in, will say, no man, he was wasting career or that was a wrong choice. But in film situation, that's the best situation for him. So I wouldn't really say it's because you don't believe in the product. Someone believe in them and their ability, but them thinking about, okay, listen, I'm coming first from such a poor background. I need to collect as much money as I can in my playing days so that I can make sure some family set. You know what I mean? We can do some real work. So you will find players doing that at the latter stages of them career still. But it is a thinking in the mind because I've heard players. I've heard Alex Sang from Arsenal when he went to Barcelona, and basically tell us, listen, because them said to him, listen, bro, you're not gonna play all for matches, but we just want have cover just in case. I say, yeah, man, make me there, man. Just give me the money. I'm sitting on the bench for a couple months. Well, he was chasing the money. He's coming from a super poor background. Arsenal, he came to the Arsenal academy, so he wasn't getting a bulk load of money at that point, even though they give him a new contract and so on and so forth. So when a man get £15,000 a month, and a man knows that half of that is gonna go in income tax, and a man can go to China where they don't have, let's say, have less income tax, or go to Saudi Arabia where there's no income tax. So if them sign up for 15, if them sign up for 30,000 or 40,000, and that you're getting in your pocket. People will think about it and and assess it and see what is best for their careers and their families. So I wouldn't think it's hard and fast like that. I think it comes with a little bit of nuance. It depends on specific situations. But if you're talking about, if you're using that now as something to around Magee, then I don't think at this point in his career that is where he should be looking. I think he should be looking right now and playing.
I've used it in general, like in life. Football, it should not be so. You should not be, money is not, it should not be the main thing you're trying to look, because you're trying to develop yourself and be the best version of yourself. That's all I was saying. But if you look at it,
but sometimes, JD, remember, we're talking about the man them job, So if you're gonna get a job,
yes,
where I pay you the same money for do the same work, you have to assess that. You have to look on it and say whether what they want, if this job is a better job. Because if two teams come up together and want to offer 20,000, want to offer 15, and the two of them play in the same league, and the one that want to offer 15 as a payment, I say, yo, this I give you a 3-year contract, and the one that offer 20, I say, oh, here we go. I pay 20 grand for 4 years. Then you go more say, okay, let me lean to the one who I pay me 20 grand for 4 years.
Okay, but that simply means you assess the situation and you're saying, okay, both of them at the same standard. So I know money you really do it for, because no, you're in the same league. So maybe they're
the same league, but I still money you do it for. Maybe suppose that side they don't even need your suppose 4 players playing at your position. In the side where half a 15 grand. In the side where half a 20 grand. But you know they have a straight part to the first team in a 15 grand side. You might look and say, okay, am I gonna challenge for get one of them 4 spots that are I gonna just work in the money and just know say me fight for my spot, but we can take the easier route and go with the 15,000 one and make get more playing time. So it varies, bro. You can't. It's not. As I say, it's not just it's not just black and white. Left and grey areas are to be considered.
Okay, fair enough. But I just said money. I am not the person. I don't think, and most of the people that I've talked to, I don't think they even consider money when they're doing anything. They just focus on developing and trying to be the best version of themselves. Yeah, but I understand where Aguna coming from, and it's okay. Brinjin says Tariq Magee needs our support now more than ever. Do you agree? Yes, man. All of the other guys that we talk about need our support, to be honest. Celtics, Buchanan, Berger, Harrison, Leeds. Okay, Celtic, Buchanan. Okay, I need to check up these. I need to check up some of these transfer. Kayla Navas. Okay, that deal completed. Yes, we know about that one for Nottingham Forest. Is it? Navas as a 36-year-old still making big moves. I would give Bennett the edge. He played in the World Cup and he's playing first team football every week. With the the championship is still at high level. Yeah, it's tough. It was a tough one. Yes, I saw it. You guys want me to put up the list from what leader said we should put up for the players? You want to talk about that, or you want me to save it for the next time? Which one? Let me try and put that.
It's up to you, It's up to you, host. If you want to go in there.
Let me check. We're going to put up the list, guys. We're going to put up the list from Jamaica. Leader, why you can't just make the quality of the things a little bit better, man? Yeah. The man just send a screenshot, The man could just literally send a report, and we can open it, This barely can open, bro. And let me try to see if I can open it with one of these things. Let me see. All right, let me open it this way. All right, so this is what we're going to try use, guys. And we have to go through all of the name piece by piece, because once we maximize the screen, it kind of, oh, God. All right, so this is good. So I guess leader got a few names, and we're gonna put it up on the screen.
What have the name them right? Him have their names right on a KFC bucket or something?
Wait, say him have the names them right? Jesus Christ.
No, may I ask if him right the name them on a KFC bucket, like warm to it.
Leader, you got the name them right? Leader, hope you got the name them right, All right, so this is the names for the young kids he said made it in. So this is highly dependent on Mr. Leader. So we don't have the list tomorrow. We will present the official list to you. All right, yes. But Leader, I do trust him that he will have it some percent accurate. All right, yes. So when say Leader always shady,
yeah.
Oh my God, the man say Leader always shady. JD, you need to
I believe
activate.
he was quoted as saying that this list is 99% correct. So we'll
Okay,
see.
okay, all right. So guys, let me just see if I can name out the players. Them, I guess he crossed off all the individuals that never made the team. All right. Yes. So we have Tuwin from Mount Pleasant. I assume that he's in the team. So leader, all the players them that crossed out, they are not in the team, right? I assume it's. So why you never tell me that it's 99% accurate? This dude. So what if I started to read? Oh my God, this brother is something else. All right, so leader, why you don't just call in leader and give you a take on it so we can finish up. And guys, make sure to get us at least 150 likes so we can get the visibility on it. So we need 40, 50 more likes on the video, all right, and share it around. Anyways, what we saw right here, because I assume it's the names that are literally visible. Tuwin from Mount Pleasant, Joshua Grant from Inter Miami
Inter Miami.
Academy. S-
Mhm.
Samir Blowsy something like that. All right, Prime
Not
FC.
even me know that pronunciation there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you don't have a Google, so you can't do it. No, yes, yeah, right. So I hear
Well, I know.
Dixon.
I need to know where the name originated from to be able to pronounce.
Okay, so Malachi Grant is out. All right. So let me see where. All right. So
I think
so
he's further down the list.
I think it's at the top of the list. Oh yeah, Malachi Grant
No,
further in the.
that's Joshua. That's Joshua.
All right. So yeah, we could have waited till tomorrow in a whisper. We never hear about whisper calling my name or somebody. Um, leader. We could have waited till tomorrow. I hear Dixon Mount Pleasant, Alexander Xavier, Gooden, stats,
Stats.
which is not a bias but quality player. So I have no problem with him being in the team. Brandon Bent, Inter Miami Academy. Nashan Bolt Barrett, Clarendon College, Ronaldo Barrett, Idel High School, Adrian Reed, St. George's High School, Malik Robinson, Garvey Maseo I, Everall, Swaby, Garvey Maseo I.
Okay, so that's two prodigies from the coach there.
All right. Ronald Barrett has never played SBF. Why they have Idel there? Okay, well maybe the man attended Idel. So why are you bad minding the man, Mr. Dre? The man have a school, Maybe he just have the school. All right. So where we were, okay. Idel, Ronaldo Barrett, Idel, Adrian Reed, St. George's High, Malik Robinson, Gavi Maceo, Everald Swiby, Gavi Maceo, Dustin Cohen, Denby High School, Jamali Bell, Wilmer's Boys, Jason White, Glenmuir High, Nicholas Simmons, Richmond United, O'Dane, Wilberforce, Mount Pleasant,
Wilberforce.
Wilberforce, Mount Pleasant Football Academy, Oreen Watson, Glenmuir High School, Jordan, Mangatal, South Florida FA, Dylan John, which we know that one, Jamaica College, yeah. Malachi Grant, he said he's not on it, so we can take off Malachi Grant off it. Ashton Garden, Atlanta United FC. Malachi Molina, FC Dallas Academy. Adrian Mahoney, Toronto FC Academy. And Shea Daniel, Gardner, Anatach. All right. Yes.
Big club.
Yeah. Leader, you can call Lena, explain yourself, brother. Just call Lena,
So
explain.
I have
Drop the
heard
link.
I have heard that Gardner is in the reserve 24, but did not make the final 20.
Okay. Yeah, so leader have to come on and explain himself. Leader, I've just dropped the link. You can just come on, explain yourself, what you think of this. So let me count through the players them. 1, 2, 3, 4. He said Malachi Grant is not in. All right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it's 23 players, 23 players listed so far. So leader, it's 23 players. Yeah, we have sent the link. It's 23 players, leader. So we're still, so we're gonna go with all 23 players, 20 players.
Okay. There are 3 reserves, 1 goalkeeper. K. Gardner is a reserve also, and Odin Wilberforce is the 3rd reserve.
So Gardner, Wilberforce, and the goalkeeper. You said
the extra goalkeeper. I think his name is what's the one? The first, not Lynch, the other one.
Two in
Samir.
Not the one from Prime. Yeah, he's the next reserve.
Towin is the next reserve, and he's a goalkeeper.
Lynch is a starting. Boys from Prime. I think that's it. I think he's the next one. The second string keeper, and then the 3rd one is the other one. You know.
Okay. So how it looks to you?
Well, what I can say, I spoke to somebody today, and I reminded the person about a team some time ago on a David Hunt, where he had a lot of players from the school that he coached, and one of them was the Achilles heel for the team, and he basically.
Okay, them take away. Them take our leader. Leader, we're not hearing you. You went off.
Yeah, once he start talk, the calls coming, you know.
Yeah, you always have some little prick. I call him for get him off of the stream.
No, man, I'm there, man. I'm here, you know.
Yeah, because but as I said, the people call every time you come on. Yeah, so explain, continue, big boss.
Yeah, man. I don't know what other information I'm going to give you. Well,
no, you know,
the team basically is okay. It's heavily stacked in 2 parts. You have a lot of defensive-minded players, and you have about 6 attacking players / forwards.
Okay.
Creatively, I think there are about Mangatal, Bell, and Dylan John are the creative players in the team. But at no time you're going to see the 3 of them on the field, or even 2. You might get 1, and that's it. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing so far. So it might give you that impression that the team is going to go from attack to defense, because even when some of the creative players come on the field, their instructions are to collect the ball and release it as quickly as possible.
Okay, release it as quickly as possible. So you mean what you mean long ball, because there's a box up front?
No, collect the ball, release it as quickly as possible. You can be to the wings, it can be anywhere. Just release it as quickly as possible.
Okay. That's I don't know. I don't know when we are going to have a squad where we can all have the information on time, and it just seems like we're not worried going into these tournaments. You know.
I think the squad is basically tomorrow is going to be submitted.
Yes.
You know, they were told today after training, right? So it's hot. I think it's only 2 other sites got. Well, I gave them the list, so you know. Apart from that, nobody else has it.
Okay. I don't know. Oh, you have the list, and the people don't have it. You know.
Don't know what about that, man. That's why I'm the leader in a boss. We get everything hot off the press, man. We have sources. We can never divulge the sources, though.
Okay. All right. Eagle probably said majority of the Canadian U17 players are from Toronto FC Academy and Montreal Whitecaps. All right. So
the team, you know.
Yeah. So the notable absentees, Malachi Grant, you believe that
no,
should
the
have been
notable absentees from this team here now will be the guy from 2 guys. The one number 2 the goal scorer in the Manning Cup for Kingston College, Nashada Gibb. He did not make the final cut.
And why he never made the final cut?
I can't say. I don't know. He just didn't make it. You have
Okay.
it's not injury though. It's not injury. Most of them that don't make it is normally injury. The next one would be Williams from
Mm-hmm.
Mannings. He is easily one of the better defenders, but he has a serious injury that he played through in the Da Costa Cup. That at this stage he would not be able to play the back-to-back matches without having to sit out for an extended period. So it didn't make sense to carry him.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that is
Um,
good because
other
remember we did.
notable. Oh, well, looking at it there, I don't see any other big so-called big names apart from those two. I would say would be notable.
But
You know,
Javan here say, so you're telling me that Gardner is better than Urge?
no
So,
different type of player. But
yeah, okay.
Gardner, listen here, Gardner didn't make the 20. You know, just get that clear.
He's
He's
just
a
on.
reserve player. He might not go. Right? I saw Gardner myself. I wasn't really impressed.
The 24.
No, he made
But,
the 23. He did not make the 20.
but leader, the man I said, but Urge never made the
I
23.
Okay, what I can say is that the type of my information, the type of ball game that Urge was coming with didn't suit the type of game that the Jamaicans are going to play. So I think that was one of the things why he wasn't able to fit in at that stage. It's a very fast game they play. It's a very fast game. Can say that much. Really
so
fast.
you're telling me that our style of play was too fast for Aaron Hurd. Is that what you're saying?
Hurd
Jesus.
plays a slower build-up game that that's not how these guys are gonna play. Because I was really impressed with the guy Cohen, right, from Veer, the Premier League player. He
Mm-hmm.
really looked impressive. Really, really impressive. Mhm.
So basically, we are gonna play so fast that other people cannot catch up with it to them. I,
I can't say that. You're going to have
So
games
so
where, you know,
these players that have been called have a reaction time that is opposite to the rest of Jamaica.
I would love to see the
okay, what I
metric.
would say is that on the 4th, who can make it to St. Elizabeth, get down there. And on the 7th, who can make the match in Kingston, get
Leader,
there and you
next
can get a look at them.
when you do the matches, them sit by yourself and film the damn thing for sure. All right.
No, the one there the other day, no, listen now. The one the other day, I didn't want to put anything, really out there at that time because it seemed they still want to tell us a blackout. So I didn't
Okay.
really want to, that just gave you small clips, right?
Next time, I will say is we just account for you for this god the damn
No,
game.
man, I know. The next time, no, for the Trinidad match, I'm going to give you
Yes.
some good proper thing. I'm going to go with my camera and so, and really give you some good footage
Yeah,
and
man,
so.
just do the thing,
Good,
man. So we
good.
can see the ball of them. So we cannot speculate because this fast football. Where you talk about, me think that every tournament will go with it, leader. Are the disease to Jamaica that the fast football, the super
Well, look
fast.
here. No, hold on there. No, hold on. Let me tell you something. The under 20s, how this team right now, if I compare to the under 20s the other day, what the under 20s had over them is the striker up front and the goalkeeper in the goal.
Leader,
Apart
joke
from
him.
that, no man,
Leader,
I'm telling you.
fast football with a try play. Big, fast, and
No,
strong.
listen now. Under 20, the other day was hobbled by certain players in the team.
I
Right?
know. Yeah, I know, but a fast football, we still a try play. You know, see all our wing
No,
play them.
not what Fuzzy had here. No.
Okay,
It was,
leader, just answer me. What Tyler Roberts looks slow to you? Him not fair run from wing back. Fair got 200 miles.
listen, look here. You
Yeah, do a what?
still
Out on-
you had some serious. Look here, the goalkeeper. Those matches, the team on average, how many goals they gave up per match?
On average, for our team, we get
Under
four. We
20.
get from Honduras. We get 4 from Honduras, right? A 4 we get from Honduras? Yeah, man. Think let me go back. Five we get from Honduras. Let me go back. And
Yeah, it was.
we conceded 1 against Costa Rica. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna minimize that and then go there. I will go there and get it myself. So don't worry.
Well, what I can tell you, this team, I don't see them that those mistakes that I think that team had. That team was not built from the back. That team that they had there, you had some players. Like is Limbiska, his name is. He was a player that was needed in that team. The team and the other thing, we had what 2 at the back was 4. Jamaican teams cannot pay with that. We have to play 3 centers at the back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's another thing. That's a difference with this team. They consistently play 3 at the back.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one of the difference. It's either going to be 3-5-2 or 3-4-3. Okay.
Yeah,
so depending on what they want to do, I think yesterday was the first time they played 3-4-3, but before that it has been a consistent 3-5-2.
You say it's gonna be fast because some people cannot because me not understand with a fast statement there. You get me? False football. No, I think
watched them, when I did watch them, the transition from attack to defense, from defense to attack was quick. It was quick. The only so you won't have a lot of build-up play in the midfield to slow down the game. The only problem is when you move from defense. We're not talking a Hail Mary that going down to the top and hope that if the balls went to the wing. The problem is when they went to the wing and then they were coming the crosses inside, there was no one there to finish, and that is a big problem with this team. We need a number 9 who can finish the chances, because let me tell you, when this team plays, I'm going to look at how they play against Trinidad. They will be able to withstand. The back line is classy. It's good. The back line is good because if the 3 players that I would imagine they start with, which would be Dixon, Adrian Reed, and Gooden, if they started those 3, all 3 are actually very, very good ball handling players. And actually, let me tell you the other thing. Gooden and Reed are not players that just defend. Adrian Reed is a midfielder, and Gooden was originally a forward. So these are guys that they have good, they can play. Okay? So when you put them with Ayer Dixon, who is a very classy center half, I think those 3, having Williams who got out injured, he was another guy that was really good also. But losing, and if you start with those 3, I think from there we have a decent set. Then we have Bolt Barrett in there from Clarendon. He's another good prospect. There's another youngster. He's one of the overseas based players. I don't have the list in front of me, the one that plays on the left side right now. But what I can say is that right there, and then the goalkeeper, any one of the 2 could start.
Okay.
Any one of the 2.
I just can't wait to see this game because I just believe that it's not going to be.
The problem is in a JD is that once those defenders, if they do get the ball and to make the pass, and if they pass it to the wingers to go down on the flank, once it comes over, that's where the problem is. What happens to the ball? We don't have a good. We needed NEEDED. We needed Zach Lovely.
So leader, knowing that we have an issue at 9, how has the coach been trying to remedy that? Is he playing players out of position in the position, or like can you speak to what they have been trying to do?
The first time I saw that was yesterday. That's my analysis from what I saw yesterday. I can't tell you. You had some players that were there. One of the particular players that people were crying for, but this youngster has not played any football from October, and he looked woeful. He came off after 10 minutes, just poor. He's one of them that they were trying to
leader. So we look at it now. If you said they sent, but the next person because they couldn't acclimatize, selection in a week. Or you pick up a next man who never play football from October.
No,
Oh, that
well, the thing is, the player that they brought in now, the player that they did say they weren't going to use, he's not a winger / forward. So they tried to bring somebody back in because they noticed they were going to have a problem, and he did not work out. I would imagine so, because he has basically not played any football from what October. That's what October, November, December, almost roughly 4 months. Come on, man. I could have thought he wouldn't have worked out.
But leader, you just said they sent back people saying that they couldn't fit in a week. So then
No,
all
but
this.
the thing is, if no, I don't know. Listen now, there are 3 overseas-based wingers / forwards and 3 local-based, right? So I'm just telling you, they didn't send back many of those type of players.
Okay.
Right? They know the type of players they wanted to keep. The type of players know that that's going to give you. Okay, look here. You're not going to see this team holding onto the ball, making the 1, 2, 3, 4 passes in midfield and so on. They're not going to do that at this stage. At this level, the thing is about qualifying, and it's about defending, scoring goals. So you're going to see a very direct approach, and that's basically what it's going to be. When they lose the ball, you're going to see most of the players getting back into midfield to clog the midfield and then get ready for the next wave. That's basically what you're going to be seeing. Okay? The good thing is, all of the center halves are not your classic center half that going just kick away the ball as like what a Damian Lowe would do. These are guys that will use the football like a Richard King, then, so to speak. Okay? I can use that analogy. That gives an idea what type of center halves you have back there.
We expect to see something.
Right? These are guys that are very cool and collected on the ball. However, depending on what goes out there, there's another center half that I saw that I was shocked when I saw him in the final team today. I was shocked because he was one of the worst players I saw yesterday. I won't say where he's from though.
No, that's okay. You don't have to say where he's from, but what I know, and I've always agreed. Guys. I've always agreed to say I will not rush anything. In terms of a person's selection. Okay, no problem. You can select who you want. But I just expect certain things. I just want to see what you're all about. Yesterday you sent me some clips, some shorter version clips. We couldn't read so much from it, but I kind of see where you claim to say that they're trying to go. And remember, you said, Portmore came out wanting to win the game, You understand me?
Yeah, they did. In the latter part of the game, they brought on the big guns. They were going for it.
Okay,
the first part of the thing, they saw them went with some of the younger players and a couple mostly bench players. But at the latter part, they did go for the juggler. They did try to get it. Okay. And with a little, if I don't know who made the choice to make the goalkeeper come up to take that penalty, that would have been a match they would have won. That was just poor decision. You can't. I don't care. I know that guy can play as a striker. I'm not going to carry him up there. Look here, you have other players out there that I know I would have made take that penalty. I just hope that when the real time comes, I'm not going to see the goalkeeper going up there to take any penalties. No.
They say you don't want to turn out like a Phoenix, a Mona style team, but the defender trying to something.
No,
okay.
No. I have enough.
All right, look, leader, you chip out him. Your son chip out. Guys, we're just going half an hour more, so please do smash the like button and get us to what? We still need 30. All right, so get us up to that point.
Come on.
Yeah. So leader, all I was saying, so we want to see the same attitude because you see a Portmore team, what am I use now, and more want to think that the Portmore team have quality about it because Satchwell and those guys play for the team and they are coming from the Manning Cup and everything. So and I expect the Manning Cup should be better than the under 17 team. You understand me? And Satchwell is not the best player at Portmore, right? So they have even better players. So and the coach is a good coach because it's the same stats coach. So I want to see everything what you said against Trinidad. You know, we don't expect Trinidad to come and beat you up. You know, we leader. You understand? You agreed on Jason?
Yes, I think based on the practice matches and how they've been going, I would think that we would want to defeat Trinidad twice going into this tournament.
Yes, I think we should beat Trinidad.
Well,
Leader.
that's the objective. I heard that from the coaching staff because the first thing I mentioned today when I heard that the first match was going to be in St. Elizabeth, I said, boy, I really don't want to the Kingston match because how I know normally happens is that you start the strongest team in the first match and then you rotate them out for the second. So I wouldn't get an idea of exactly who. And they said no. They're basically going to try to stimulate the actual competition. So you're going to get the best team. Right. So that's what they're doing. They're going to do for that. They're definitely going to simulate an actual situation that they're going to be going into.
The group stage games, they'll have 2 days rest or 1 day rest?
1 day. So they play on the 4th.
It's just like the under
2 days now, but still gives you enough an idea. You understand? Because it's really going to strain us. You don't want to go into the 1 day thing at this stage.
Leader, keep cutting out. I'm gonna take a leader into this.
If you notice, even with the practice matches, they are bringing them within a 2 day period also.
All right. So leader, the one thing I know, leader, we are going to get a because in a 3 days time that I got in a leader in a 3 days time. So we're gonna get we're gonna get a strong understanding of what them all about, and then we can truly judge them. Because what we are doing at the same time, we're getting information on other teams. So by tomorrow, when we get all the lists, we can get all of the players them for the other teams. So we truly know how the group are gonna set up. Because at that moment to come and talk about this. So we want to see our team, which we have some clips about, clips on, and we want to see the other teams, and so we can properly judge how it's going to actually set up, to be honest. But since you are so, if we're going to take the positivity from you and see if we can bring it into the game, yeah. are you talking?
Positive as no, hold on. I tell you how far I go with the positivity, I tell you where the positives are, and I tell you the big negative. The big negative I have from no is where the goals going to come from. We're going to defend and we're going to get the chances, but the putting away of the chances, boy, that is my issue.
Okay. Well, leaders
have leader question. You said the defense is strong. What was Gavin Williams considered a starter before his injury?
Yes, he was.
Okay, so
the adjustment that I see like they're trying to make is to move Adrian Reed around there with the other guy here, Dixon, from the midfield to keep the strength.
Okay, so they still will have adequate support even with the back three, even though Williams is not there.
Yeah, because Adrian Reed is a even better player than him. Because he's a midfielder. He's also a Premier League starter. He's actually would be in centre half, but you're going to be losing something from the attack. Because he was one of those that would have normally helped to make the final pass in the attack. So they're sacrificing something there and pulling him around the back. Well, I don't know.
Okay, so he just moved around the pieces a little bit.
They move the pieces a bit, yes. To keep the strength in the back, and they lose a little bit up front, but most of the times they weren't going to go into the middle, they're going on the flanks. So the only problem would have been nice to have had Reed closer up there because you can finish them from up there also. But I guess they have good. Ashton Grant was nursing a slight knock right now. He is, and there's another guy. He's over 6'1", and the name I don't have the list in front of me now, but he's another one that we expect a lot from. The problem is just to put in the ball in the back of the net. But let's see how they look against their similar age group.
Javin Williams was the MVP of Kingston Academy team. Yes, but Mr. J, we are learning here. We are learning as it goes. That's what we're doing here. We don't. That's why you
There's a
don't
bad
hear.
news. He can't play.
What, he has a bad injury.
Yeah, that's why he's out. I
Okay,
made that
okay,
clear.
okay. So no, true. Mr. J said
Yeah,
he.
I know. He was one of the names that a lot of people spoke about from the first list. So I'm saddened to hear that he won't be there because I was excited to see him play.
Yes, and that's one of the next players them from Kingston Academy we definitely want to see. But um we are doing we just want to see it, I don't have not much to say. I heard Cataract saying that he wants the link, but I am pretty much done with it. The show I want to go like 20 more minutes and we're pretty much done. We want to get all the points out. So you said it's a fourth. We lead at the fourth. You guys get the timers yet? You get the timers yet?
Um, I think it's
But the
between three
fourth,
or four. I'm not sure.
but more like 4
Three or
o'clock
four. I'm not sure. 3 or 4. I'm not sure of the
Yeah,
time.
probably 3:30, 4 o'clock, something like that.
Okay, okay. Because we need to
I
get a
don't know
Something
for
like
we
sure
that.
need,
though.
It's something within that time. Yeah.
yeah, we need to structure. We need to.
You'll hear the time tomorrow or something. I can't get the time. I just the problem is that the two matches were supposed to be in Kingston, but the
Mhm.
venues that they wanted, they couldn't get them.
Okay, and you're planning to go to two matches or just one or what? Are you doing one at a time?
I definitely was planning to go to the second match,
The second
but
match.
the first match I may go.
So
The
what happened
second
to the
match is
first?
on the 7th.
Yeah, but that doesn't
But
make
that's my
sense.
birthday, so I don't know if I'm going to reach that.
Okay, okay. So or you
What's
just
that?
come here, yeah, or you come and say you're gonna be at the matches, but yet still then saying you're not sure if you're gonna be at the
I
matches.
no, I said the
When leader
match
tell us
on the
you get
7th,
the
I
link.
should be there. And the match on the 4th, I'm not sure if I'm going to be going down to St. Elizabeth. I'm not sure about that.
So I won't tell us that we need the footage for the damn game. You say you can get it. But me give up, me give up. Mr. Ketara come in.
No, JD, our cameraman from the Jamaica match out West Coast. I think he said he was gonna go to this one,
Okay, well, him never said that to me. Me no hear him talk to me. So me no know. So,
Oh, he said it in the chat. He said it in the chat.
okay, him never said it to me. Me no mind him not say it to me. So me can't say nothing to him. Yeah,
All right, cool.
me no talk to people who no talk to me, because me fear you talk. JD, you see the goal Anthony score? Yes, man, of course. And Anthony, my baller leader, are you giving away all the tactical info? I bet the other teams are no Everton. The other teams not tuning in. The other teams not tuning in. Not at all. We are doing
Listen,
transfers.
anything will happen. Everybody will basically, you're going to see them against Trinidad, so it matters not at this stage. You understand?
What's
And,
up?
and
That is
actually,
not.
leader has not said anything different from what they would think we would do, which is direct long ball.
Everton, we need to move away from that. We need
It's
to
a
move
long
away
ball, You have to understand, If you send a long ball to the wingers, it's not. I never see that many long balls like you just kicking it. Like okay, like what the previous head coach would have done, a ball from the center half just going straight to the front and hope that Shamar Nicholson holds the ball. No, the balls basically were going to the flank for the
from.
wingers to take them down and make the squares. That's basically how they play. So they needed the quick wingers to go down there, and one of them would have probably cut inside in anticipation to score. So that's one of the other things. But the classic, I don't see. Well, there are two number nines there. One of them is 6'1". He's on the overseas. He's very strong, very powerful. Another one that's bustling, also strong, but I'm just not really that impressed with them.
All right, so Ketara, come on, let me make Ketara talk because I really want to finish the show on a specific time. We said we wanted it done before 2:40, and we are 2:22. So good day, Mr. Ketara. How are you doing? What you want to add to the program, sir? Being respectful, because you're a bad man, you're bad people. So that's the way I said that. So yeah,
Um, Good evening, JD. Good evening to fellow panelists. I think it's leader, but I heard another voice. Is there someone on a phone call? Someone calling in?
them man and them come and take over the whole place. Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah.
asking.
No. We just a wait for you if say what I say.
No, I'm asking if it's a caller because I heard another person commenting. Really, I I Why? I await the under 17 game on Saturday. I'll make every attempt to get there. Do we have the time of the match? I know we have the venue as in
Cataract,
States.
I'll send it to you on WhatsApp a little bit later, okay?
Okay. So
It's
it's
not about stats. It's not stats. I'll give you the time a little bit. I'll give you the time. I have the time. I just don't remember. I know it's either 3 or 4, something like that. I'm not 100% sure.
3 or 4 o'clock at States. And
Okay?
right. So I'll make every effort to attend. I think it's important that supporters are out there to see the team. I don't have any other comment on the 17 at this moment. The
Leader,
deadline day.
you have to mute your mic, leader, when you're not talking because you look like you have a organizer in the background.
Yeah, I'm hearing some feedback from thing there.
Leader, mute the mic. All right, yeah, continue. Finish, Cataract, because me just try if make you what you say, no?
No, right. I'm going to say that the deadline day is what I spent the day paying attention to. In the last final minute, I heard that the Sky Sports announced that the Michael Hector has signed for Charlton Athletic
Charlton, yes.
in
Charlton,
League
yes.
One. So congratulations to Michael Hector on securing a footballing deal.
Mm-hmm.
I know he fancies himself as a championship defender,
Okay.
but I think reality is setting. They also the big news amongst the youngsters would be the Jamari Clark signing down to League One for the bottom club in Forest Green Rovers. So that a lot of weight will be on his shoulder, um, because they really need the goals. And a Jamaican-born striker has left there in Jamil Matt earlier in the window. So he has some big shoes to fill. I look forward to seeing how he develops now as a full professional. Right? He went to the National League side working in the semi-pro leagues earlier this year. And so now he's really into the big man professional football. So I wish him well. I hope he remains fit, and you know what I mean. I hope he does well and scores the goals in League One. It is good experience for him, and it augurs well for Jamaica and his development. Omari Hutchinson is the interesting case, because that one was reported in all the major newspapers that I follow. The Evening Standard is where I got the final news from. That
But
he was
you're about to go on the TV and make nice though. I never with leader.
a
I
TV
think
making
you're about.
noise.
Yeah, man.
I
And then
think
you're about.
no man, I think I'm a neighbor on the radio.
Okay.
But
Well,
I just hear the feedback. All right, I go and pause and think that.
yeah, that's what I said. The show, I feel, people are calling from when again with this card, so my thing have a turn up. So I don't know. But yeah, we just run the 10 minutes and that's done. Just no man, no matter. Just finish up. We're gonna just finish up.
Yeah, I just saying that Omari Hutchinson because a number of clubs were fighting over him. He was actually wanted by the bottom club, but he turned down that deal and has gone into what is really a promotion fight at
Okay.
at you
In the
know,
championship.
in the championship. Yeah, man.
Yes, yes, I'm saying in champion. I'm gonna put
He
it
was
in now.
really Wigan. He was really going to join my boy there at Wigan. Wes Harding. He was going to Wes Harding's club, and then in the last um the final hours of the window, West Brom came in, and they really scrambled to get the deal across the line. It's a loan deal, and he's expected to go right into the starting lineup. Because their Matty Phillips, who is their starting winger, is injured. So they're expecting him to fill those boots on particularly on the left flank is where they see him play. And I think it's a lot of good press for Jamaica. Because when I read all the newspapers, people are talking about Jamaican internationals. They refer to Jamari Clark as Jamaican international. Omari Hutchinson, 1 cap for Jamaica, played twice for Chelsea. Before saying Chelsea player or Reading player, they're referring to these players as Jamaican internationals. And that's what we're saying when we're having that conversation about the diaspora, that raises the profile of Jamaican football, and it augurs well for the future, not tomorrow, but in upcoming years. Other quality footballers who develop their skills from the island. Hopefully, these players impress in the championship leagues and open some doors for their fellow countrymen. What's your take on that?
I don't know. No, I don't know. I know that all presses are presses, but I don't really care much about that because anymore because uh the man them not really interested in that. I think it's gonna come down to whatever the coaches in Jamaica thinks. Yeah, we only can just put the players them out here. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. I'm actually where the best position for Mari. I think attacking midfielder should be will turn out to be his best position. As long as the guys them continue playing their best football, that's all we can say. Hopefully let's keep putting out the lights out there, but and then other Jamaicans can get more transfers, and then Jamaica local football can even get better with the what you call it, with the academies and stuff. So it's only big things for Jamaica at this point. Yeah, so let we keep on promoting it. Yeah, man. That's true though. Yeah.
So it is very good. But it looks like he'll play he will, as I pointed out in the reading and research, that he'll play as a winger at
Yeah.
West Brom, because they really have problems there. I said they made wingers injured, and Carl and Grant, who could be Jamaican, although either Jamaican or Ghanaian. I've never been able to get any information on that dude, even when he was at Huddersfield. He hasn't really been impressive this season, although he was one of their main men out on the wing. So I think Omari has a chance of, you know, fulfilling his
Yeah.
thing there. And if they do get promotion, they may push for a permanent move, and he would, have a proper starting role. I think it's difficult in Chelsea now, with Chelsea having spending that large amount of money on various players for their academy players to come through and break into the first team. So maybe his future is elsewhere, but the reports now is that saying that the coach is saying that he should make his debut on Friday night versus Coventry. You
Big up Earth still. But I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna watch him. I'm gonna try and get as much information for this weekend. Yeah. So I have no problem. We're gonna just keep tabs on all of them. As I've said, Sir Cataract will come at the end. Man's
Yeah, man.
tired. So we have
It's
to
a
catch
long
up.
day. Yeah, man. I
I
should
think
just
what
mention that another Jamaican, Anthony Stewart, who is the captain of Aberdeen in the Scottish Premier League. He has been a last minute loan to League One side, MK Dons. That's Milton Keynes Dons. He's a central defender. So again, it will be it would be good to see if he, what he does. There's another player for us to follow.
All right, I'm gonna write down all of those names. So, guys, we have come to the end. Jason, you have any final point where you want to drop so we can make the people get them sleep, because hours a night for me. I think people are gonna get them food. I'm grateful for the people support me. Yeah, I don't want to go over the time. I like the 4 hour, 15 hours, 16 hours streams. Them want to go back 2 hours, we chopping up, and people turn up on time. Yeah. Jason, what say you, big boss?
Yeah, man. Yeah, just want to say congrats again to all the reggae boys that made moves today. Very happy to see Hector back on the squad, as Katarak had said earlier. Interested to see how Omari kicks on at West Brom. Hopefully, he can break into the first team and get a lot of time and get some production so that he can go back to Chelsea and fight for a place. And I am just looking forward to Saturday. I want to be able to see this team play an actual game. I'm hoping that we can get some good coverage of it so that we can kind of break it down and try to figure out what the coach is trying to do. And I'm just looking forward to it. I'm hoping that they can pull through and get through and get us back to our World Cup. So I'm anxiously anticipating the game on Saturday.
All right. So all of these guys, we're gonna bring all the necessary information. I am most impressed. I'm looking out for Flemmings and Hutchinson. Those are the two I'm definitely looking out for. Hector, I know that Hector would deliver. All right. Yeah. So that's my point.
Maybe I missed something in your final wind up. What's the news on Junior Flemmings?
It's at the first house of the video in the cataract.
That's a 10 seconds.
Back up, I not speak French. Go back up.
Cataract. He went to a second division club team in last place. Chamois Niortais.
Okay, thank you.
All right, people. Please, thanks. Stay safe, people. Thanks very much for passing through. Smash the like button. Just keep on supporting the program. Tomorrow we'll get as much information. If we don't have any information, we're not coming back tomorrow. We'll come back the other day. All right. Yes, when we have all of the information. But we think tomorrow we are gonna have enough information because tomorrow we are gonna have the release of all of the squads, and we're gonna try and break down Jamaica group. We're gonna do each videos for each group. All right, because remember we're gonna cover the entire tournament. I don't just do Jamaican videos. I do the entire things. Yeah. So I have to get everything right. So tomorrow, make sure join us and we will chop up things. So thanks yet again, guys. Peace out and see you in the next one.